20 hertz to 20 kilohertz at 2 kilohertz per second.
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Only a Carpathian would come back to life now and choose New York. Tasty pick. Bonehead.
We were every bit the force. We live, we breathe, we sweat, we paid the price to be the best. Never been about the boys in the office. The boys that have gone out there night in and night out, doing everything they could to be the very best at what they chose to do in their life. Those boys are here tonight.
Well, I must have been away too long because my feelings are dead. I feel no remorse.
I only am who I am because I was born that way. I have a gift, and I am trying to not be selfish about it, but to use it.
My job consists of basically masking my contempt for the assholes in charge. And at least once a day, retiring to the men's room so I can jerk off while I fantasize about a life that doesn't so closely resemble hell.
It's my house, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Grab a dog. I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Go back to bed, America. Your government has figured out how it all transpired. Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
Sometimes shit happens. Someone has to deal with it. And who are you going to call?
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young pros in a school. Well, let me tell a joke.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Ron and Fez show. Look at this place dancing to the Spinners right now. It's a nice sound, isn't it? Earl has the place hopping. Yeah.
I thought Venus Flytrap was DJing.
Shh, I'm lighting the candles and I'm putting the lights down.
Yeah, baby. We're going to bring it to you this evening with the Spinners. The Shy Lights.
Looks like Earl got something yesterday for Valentine's Day, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Earl, can I borrow this album? No, my brother. You're going to have to buy your own.
This makes me so thirsty for malt liquor. Oh, look at the guy from Florida. There's racism going on. Let me hop in. Hey, this is great. Did you ever see their lips?
Finally.
It's like breathing to Fez.
Yeah. He can finally hop up and yell what's right there all the time.
Earl really does soul up your show. The intros are just all black.
Yeah. Well, it's Black Rock Coalition. That's what it is. It's the
Black Rock Coalition. It's still Black History Month, so I guess he's really pouring it on.
Earl, why didn't you hit Backstabbers if you were going to go soul for us today? And you could have tied it in with O&A and Scotty Farrell.
I was in a Spinners kind of mood today.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he going to continue this after Black History Month, or is he going to go to like Irish music? He's going to do some of that like a river dance music?
You don't understand. Once he picks out his song for the day, he's done. You just, whoo, his feet go up, and he's just relaxed.
I picture that with him. I picture him sitting there going, "What do I do today? How about the Spinners? That's what I'm playing."
Here's what you guys don't know. You guys, I don't know whether you're aware of it or not. He's on double secret probation from the day you yelled at him.
Thanks a lot.
I did hear about this.
And he's been a wreck. He's been an absolute wreck. And then what did you get in the latest trouble for, Earl? You did something else since?
I can't even remember.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
You know.
Fez, what is it?
The studio didn't get cleaned up.
Oh, yeah. Fez's hair was left behind.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
There were shop vacs going on in here one morning, and everybody was like, the studio didn't get cleaned, Fezzy's hair is everywhere, and you don't know what it'll give you.
AIDS
That's
hair.
all I heard.
Yeah. Fez's AIDS
Like
hair.
I've never come in here and sat in broken glass.
Yeah.
It was a complete shave down for Fez. So,
yeah, I see that. Wow, you're keeping it tight these days.
I'm trying to lose as much weight as possible. Take the weight off of my heart.
Hair, everything. You don't want to tote around that extra hair weight. Your hair has a lot of cholesterol.
I don't carry a pen anymore because the extra quarter of an ounce might do something to me.
he's not a very positive thinker. Our Fezzy. No. Not a positive thinker.
No.
I got him one of those kiss caskets just in case. I know he loves the band. I'm just saying, lay in it. Try
and
it.
At least if you gotta go,
right?
What a better way than in a kiss casket and give Gene Simmons more money?
Yeah, well, he would only spring for the Peter Criss one.
Yeah, I wasn't going Gene Simmons. That's too expensive. I got a Peter Criss for $175.
At least you're not getting the other drummer that stepped in. That's the worst casket ever. Oh well. Good to see you're looking very healthy, by the way.
Thank you.
You are.
I don't feel it, but thank you.
Well, it's because you call yourself the victim. Maybe after a while you'll start to move on. He's still the victim.
Yeah, I listen every day, and I hear, everyone else is having fun.
Right.
They're all enjoying what they do, what they eat, what they and Fez is in this cube,
right,
with a piece of broccoli and some lettuce and no fun.
It's a cocoon of terror.
Is that?
Yeah, of just fear of what could happen next.
And then we're always acting like, well, that's it. We're all heading home, and then we meet around the corner, and everybody has fun. But we just see him in the distance.
Don't want to disappoint Fezzy.
Yeah,
he goes back
can't.
to Retard Island and just sits,
leaving to the Hulk music.
So everything's okay now with you guys and Scotty? It's all worked out?
Oh, we're all the best of friends now.
Oh, good.
You know how these radio wars go. It takes 1 or 2 days, and you're back to kissing and making up.
I was listening today, and I'm like, I just want to call in because I'm going, Opie, you're like one of those people that owns a pit bull, but then can't believe it, turn around and bit your kid. You know what I mean? He bites. He doesn't bite at all. He's a good dog.
Yeah, good dog. He won't hurt you. No. I think he nipped once. He nipped.
He nipped the baby.
It's not a bite.
And then we told him no, and he won't do it anymore.
It's normally good around kids.
Yeah.
When you say a dog nipped, that's like saying you were peppered by shotgun blast.
Yeah.
It's a bite. The dog bit you.
Peppered from the face to the heart. Everything's okay.
And peppering isn't supposed to go into your internal organs.
Yeah,
it's just a bounce-off thing.
It sounds like Cheney came around like a waiter and just had a pepper grinder, pepper mill.
No, that's plenty.
They put a little Parmesan on it, and the guy was off. He left.
This fucking guy's legs were straight up in the air, and it's just going back like in a movie.
The smoke's still coming off of him like in a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Full brunt of a shotgun like the Terminator through that window. Buffoon, you okay? He got peppered. I don't know what happened.
He said the last words he heard were, fucker, fucker.
He's not sure who yelled it.
Now they're saying there was beers. There was some beers going around before.
What good old boy goes hunting without beer? It doesn't happen.
Right.
You always have some beers. You're fun. You're with your pals. You're shooting.
The whole thing is crazy, too, because they were raised birds. They were raised there. The cage is open, and everyone just blasts.
This isn't exactly big game hunting in Africa.
Like shooting chickens at KFC.
Yeah,
it's just that easy.
But I was wondering this yesterday. Who would let anyone with a weapon near the vice president? You would think one of the things that the Secret Service does is make sure nobody has a gun around him.
You ever see the movie Telephone? It was about some assassination plot that I think the Russians had, and they put this thing in these people's heads, and they went about their lives.
Right.
And then one day they got a phone call, and the guy would go, "The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep." And the person would go, "Miles to go before I sleep." And how do they know that the guy hunting with the vice president hasn't been put under some kind of spell like this?
You're going out hunting with the Manchurian candidate. Well, then you got lunch at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, guns going off. It really shows they don't care about the vice president.
They don't give a shit.
They care less about this guy, thinking maybe he's going to get shot, and surprise, he shoots somebody else.
What do you think, though? How many people just were holding their hair going, what the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah.
You know, that got really weird. We've all been at that party with something bad goes.
As kids,
right?
Though.
Yeah.
Not as a vice president of the United States. Oh, shit, I fucking shot. Dude, what do we do? Like, all right, we got to get our story straight.
We were jumped. That's the first thing we said.
Yeah, it was 5 black guys. They were quail hunting. Oh, they couldn't have been quail hunting.
14 hours before they let him talk to the local authorities.
Yeah, you got to sober up. Everybody's been there.
Oh, that's cold showers and big cups of coffee.
Get rid of the beers. Get rid of the beers.
That's Teddy Kennedy time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you swam back, and she was already gone.
I swam. I didn't know where she went. I went home. I was scared.
Right.
Cheney's on TV in a neck brace. I don't know what happened.
And they really glazed it over like it was nothing.
Right.
Like it happens all the time. Oh, I remember when Spiro Agnew shot a guy, and this one. Mondale was always shooting people. Like it happened all the time, and it was so minor. And then he had a minor silent heart attack because one of these little pellets got in something called I don't know, an artery.
Right, like anything minor happens to a 78-year-old anyway. Those guys fall in the snow, they're dead in a week.
Everything. You catch a cold and you die at 78.
Right.
You fall down, your graham cracker hip just shatters, you're done. He was so virile before the fall.
Right, exactly.
You shot with a shotgun? 78.
Yeah, there's no comeback.
That skin is like saran wrap anyway on them. It's not like it's going to deflect anything.
Yeah, the birdshot should have gone right through the heart. Yeah. Just at that age, knowing what it's made of.
As a kid, you used to shoot each other with the BB guns.
Sure.
Hey, you son of a bitch. You wouldn't go through you. You're still thick-skinned young 20-year-old. Him, forget about it.
Then at the White House yesterday, Scott McClellan opens the press conference with, the White House aides are wearing orange today. Not because the Texas Longhorns are visiting. They're just afraid of the vice president.
So
are you aware the victim had a heart attack?
Yeah, he thinks he's Jon Stewart up there now. He's making little jokes.
They always think to themselves, let's roll with it, let's roll with it. We've already got the papers out to the Fox guys. Everybody's on board here.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing.
It's all fun. The late-night talk shows are making fun. Why can't the speaker, for the president, why can't he come out and make a few gags?
Oh, God, you know the rest of the country just thinks we're nuts. The rest of the world, they must be just looking at us going, what the fuck goes on over there?
I don't know why, but as probably the world too, but as American people, we eat this shit up.
Yeah.
A man was shot by the vice president, and we find it more funny than tragic.
Right.
We go, it's a joke, because I don't know what it is about us as Americans. We love when this tragic shit happens.
And plus, compared to everything else, this is one that this is a news story everybody can understand. Yeah. Where they get into the weapons of mass destruction and what Arab did what, and they're just totally confused.
Yeah, I don't know what this Hamas thing is.
Yeah, what is
Wait a minute, someone got shot hunting?
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen it.
And you know Bush had just been going, what the fuck? Can I get a break around here? Nobody have any more guns. He's just yelling out shit like that. Memos are going out.
Oh, they love their guns in Texas.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? There's a lot of room. There's a lot of fucking room.
A lot of things to shoot.
Right.
There's got to be days where that president just doesn't want to get out of bed because he doesn't know what's around the next corner.
Yeah, he'll want to go hunting next. Just fucking take me out and end this thing. Just shoot me hard. Get it over with.
We have to show that we're still pro-NRA.
Yeah, right.
We've got to get out there hunting now.
Well, that's the other thing. Everyone's got those pictures of him holding up that rifle a couple years ago.
Oh, they love that picture.
Yay!
Him with the rifle. He's like, it's like that time that guy took Fredo out fishing.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be like now going hunting with Cheney.
He's doing a Hail Mary.
Yeah. Every time I wanted to shoot a quail, I'd say a Hail Mary, and I got a quail.
Maybe the saddest scene ever, though, because you're way off the shore and you just see him go down.
You hear that little...
And it's just Fredo, of all people.
Stupid
it's fucking
Fredo.
Stupid Fredo. He did
dumbass.
He just wanted to belong.
Just take care of the casino business. Shut up.
So you guys are done whatever romantic things that you had done yesterday?
Yes, we took Valentine's Day off as a trade-off for President's Day.
Right.
And, yeah, you know.
Yeah, it was a picnic. What happens now?
What do you want to do? You take Valentine's Day off so you're with your loved one instead of the President's Day. So you go out you buy a new car? What do they do on President's Day?
I think they sell whites, isn't it, Fez? There's a white sale every year.
Yeah. White sales, and then there is the car sale because there's the one car lot commercial running where they're saying it's President's Month.
Yeah, they're like.
So I had no idea this is a whole month now in the car sale business.
Yeah, well, you were in that business for a while. I heard. Right?
I parked and washed.
You parked and washed the cars.
Never sold
in the business.
Lot boy, get in here.
I thank God, because I would just picture you like that poor son of a bitch, William H. Macy in Fargo. Oh, you're gonna want this True Coat.
Just changing the numbers.
True Coat.
Let me go back and talk to him. He's just standing back there having smoke.
This is a sweet deal there, Fezzy.
I saw so many old people ripped off getting Oldsmobiles.
Is that right?
Yeah. Just awful what they do to old people. And selling them giant cars that they can't drive.
Yeah, right. Every salesman is just horrible.
Give them the one where the accelerator sticks and the brake doesn't work by a pier. Like every old person does.
I saw one salesman talking to this old couple out of a cheaper car one time, telling them it's silver, you don't want that, it disappears in the rain. It's so unsafe to have a silver car, you can't see it in the rain. And that's exactly it.
We don't want to disappear in the rain.
Disappears in the rain.
I'm thinking, we're not cloaking devices, standard equipment.
The Romulan cloaking device.
What you want is this fat-ass Cadillac.
And I just laugh out loud.
Yeah.
And
yeah, because it's not your grandparents.
How did you wash those cars? Did it just go away when you sprayed the water from the hose on?
You had to look for the stains.
Look for the stains. Where'd the car go?
Then even if you ever have, you have to take your cars back to be repaired now. They're fucking all over town. Some 19-year-old kid just takes whatever car he wants, and he's cruising around at night.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
We constantly took them off the lot.
Yeah.
Just, we're having lunch in these old people's giant cars.
Really?
Yeah, taking them through drive-thrus, taking them to go on beer runs and stuff.
You guys are out sucking each other's cocks out there, just fucking doing whatever you do.
What happens on the lot stays on the lot.
I don't remember him saying that. But
coming back cum-soaked. Hey, Grandma, here's your car.
They never knew.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? All right, Ann, I guess you need to go.
Guys.
I see you keep leaning towards the door.
Let me tell you, what time is it now? I'm, oof.
Well,
Wow, am I late?
We ate up your day.
You got the post-Valentine's Day picnic.
It's true.
Yeah.
Got that. I love your comments on who leaves first after the show. It's always me and stuff, but I do see. I was leaving right after the show and saw you coming in that day.
Right, that's how I am most days.
Usually, I got to stick up for myself here. I'm here a good hour before the show starts.
I got nothing to do here before the show. I like the idea of you just come in and you have that excitement of, what am I going to do? What the hell's going to happen?
I used to love that with the afternoon drive.
Yeah.
It'd come in at 5 to 3 on the air.
Just
I have
perfect.
no clue.
Yeah.
Skin of your teeth. You don't know what the hell's the show's gonna be about. You slept nice. You were up late last night.
Right. That's the beauty of that shift is no matter how late you stay up, you're fine for it.
Who can't be to work by 3 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Heroin addicts can
still
be
make it out by
functional.
3.
If their job started at 3,
Yeah.
they would hold jobs.
But every heroin addict, their day planner starts around 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
If you get their day planner,
don't make any early appointments.
3 o'clock, look for heroin. That's the thing that people never realize about heroin addicts. There's not a lot of free time because you're constantly on the phone trying to reach somebody.
You're networking. You got to find your heroin.
It's really stressful. It's very fucking stressful. All right, yeah, you're right about that. You definitely put in more time.
I try.
Yeah.
You know. And then getting out of here, I really don't have anything to do after the show.
Right.
Like after the show, a lot of the guys, they stay here, they're researching stuff for the next day.
Yeah.
11:01. I'm Queensboro Bridge by 11:15.
Well, you got a staff that could take Normandy. Now, I don't know whether everybody's working or not,
Yeah.
but it looks like Eisenhower needs to put together scheduling. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it used to just be the Opie and Anthony show, and it consisted of one Opie and one Anthony. How we need 20 guys now.
And everybody's got to get fed. That's the thing. Can we make this deal? Well, they got room for everybody.
I don't even know, like, we're not even sure who's paying them,
Yeah.
if we're paying them. Like, Opie sometimes goes, I think this comes out of our pay.
Yeah, I would look.
And I go,
Ouch.
I think so. I don't want to look. Because you ever not want to look at things like your
Sure.
bank balance
Yeah.
or things like that? Because I'm not sure. I got a ballpark,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be sure. That's something I don't want to be sure of.
I call that chick work. Honey, make sure all that's done, and I'm going to live a life like a child.
Yeah.
Like everything's okay.
I really don't want to be shocked because if I knew
Yeah.
I was paying some of their salaries, then I would be obligated to be a boss or
Right.
something, and I'm too immature to handle that kind of responsibility.
Right, and then you think, wait a minute, what if I got my own bagel and saved myself a small fortune?
That I could do. Why am I paying this guy to get a bagel for me? I could buy a bagel place.
On this third
Exactly.
shift of producers.
That's really true. You and between you and Opie, you pick up a bagel place next door.
We're going to bagel business. Call me Tony Bagels. Why not?
Hey, great bagels, and everything's terrific.
Hey, Tony Bagels.
You like your bagel? Give me a call. It's Tony Bagels.
I can plug it on the show. It'd be great.
You know what? I'm enjoying a fantastic bagel right now from my own place.
Hey, go down there. We're right on 57th Street here in Midtown Manhattan. Tony Bagels. Bagel, any kind of bagel. If you want onion, we got onion. You like the egg bagel? I don't personally. Some people do. We got them.
Then the problem would be everybody be down in your bagel place one
Yeah.
after another getting free bagels.
And free bagels. I know Anthony.
Yeah.
Ah, great.
That's where your producers would be working, the ones you cut loose to pay for the place.
No,
Yeah.
Then they'd be doing something.
Making
I
a
don't know what
profit.
they do.
Yeah.
Do you know what everyone on your staff does?
Well, we really only have Earl, and there it's just nothing. I mean, basically he's in trouble. Well, you picked the music, Earl.
One song music director.
Yeah.
The music. He loves the soul.
Yeah, he does.
You know, thank God you're kind of into that whole
Yeah,
thing.
I do. I love it.
You know, I don't mind listening to a little Sly and the Family Stone. I like
Right.
that kind of thing. But sometimes Earl gets a little too obscure for me.
He gets a little funked up
I
for
want
you.
nothing to do with it. I almost had to turn the show off when he was doing his Yoko thing. Going
Oh, yeah,
through
he's
his
loving Yoko.
Appreciation Day, I
Well,
guess it was.
There's nobody he doesn't like. That's that
Yeah.
old NEW thing that the weirder and more obscure
Yeah.
and less listenable, the more he's into it.
It's called eclectic, man.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and they're into it, and it's that too cool for the room attitude they all
Right.
had. You know,
Everybody did.
It was how he was taught.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to go 8 tracks deep on an album you never heard of.
Yeah, and then they make you feel bad about if you like something popular. Oh, you're
Yeah.
into that shit?
Ooh.
Oh, kind of. I don't know. Not really.
Just happened to be on.
None of any of the Japanese fucking disco scene. It just goes as the weirder it gets. And then there's like a whole ironic thing, too. Like, yeah, I kind of like ABBA. And they'll throw that on. You're like, why?
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
you just don't get it.
Yeah, right.
All right. Yeah, asshole. All right, gentlemen.
All right, buddy.
I
Have
am
a good
out.
one.
I will leave you to your devices
All
and
right.
your staff.
Peace
Thank you
out.
very much.
Thank you, Tony Bagels.
Tony
Hey,
Bagels
no
on the way
problem,
out.
Ma. You want my bagel?
Yeah, Tony Bagels, great bagels.
I'll be listening, gentlemen.
This just in, the Vice President will address the hunting accident later on today.
I can't wait. What time?
I didn't see a time on that one. We'll have an intern check on that. But the vice president is finally, after days of ducking questions, is finally going to have something to say about shooting an old man in the chest.
What could he possibly say? It was an accident. No one thinks he did it on purpose.
Maybe we'll get an apology.
Tony Bagels.
I wasted an hour of my time last night watching that Dr. Phil special with Paula Abdul.
Give me my BlackBerry back.
Oh, there you go.
Yo, you watch that show? You like that kind of stuff, though, don't you?
I like to check into that sort of thing. This thing was just beyond fake with Dr. Phil and Paula Abdul.
I didn't see it, but I saw, like, the little clip that America Online gives you when she was just crying and calling herself pathetic.
Yeah, she had a nicely cued meltdown with Dr. Phil, and they did some other things with some people looking for love, and I found this amazing, that everyone that talked to Dr. Phil was somehow dropping in the catchphrases from his new book, Love Smart.
Like, what would they do?
They would actually say things like, you know, Dr. Phil, I'm just not loving smart. You know, and it was just so obvious what this infomercial for this book was.
Everything's an infomercial on TV now. Anytime that you're not seeing a commercial, they're still selling you something.
So he set Paula Abdul up on 2 dates at the same time, and she would run back and forth between the 2 dates and get more advice from Dr. Phil in between, and kept excusing herself to use the ladies' room and everything. Right out of the Flintstones, they stole this plot where Fred is bowling. One of her dates was actually at a bowling alley.
Now, the deal is that Dr. Phil thinks it's a good idea on your first date to lie and be running and act like you have to go to the bathroom and run over to another date?
It's what I call infrared dating. And so he gave her the questions to ask so she could find out if this guy was for her right in the first 10, 20 minutes of this date. So he's totally got her running back and forth, and, you know, they're speeding it up where she's running back and forth to dates like it's a Scooby-Doo cartoon or something, and just pathetically fake. And I hope no one bought into this thing.
Well, I don't know anybody else that watched it. Did you watch it, Earl?
No, I did not.
I bet it was pretty big with the ladies, though. I bet the gals all watched it.
It had to be. And they had him come out and so they opened the show with him pulling into a drive-in theater in a 57 Chevy with his wife, who they left sitting in the car the whole time while he's doing his setups for the different segments, and she's just staring smilingly at him.
Couldn't be happier, right?
Yeah,
like a dog.
To sit there in the passenger seat, and it just looked ridiculous and hack and awful.
And yet, you can't get any bigger than Dr. Phil.
Oh, yeah.
He's gigantic money the guy's raking in.
I'm sure that had huge ratings, and he's got his next specials lined up.
Earl, see if you can find out the overnight numbers. I don't know where you find out such a thing. Maybe there's like you know it?
What? Well, we got a spy report on the Cheney thing. He's going to be on Fox News this afternoon.
Oh, only Fox News.
Exclusive interview with Fox News.
Yeah, so he's going to be really getting some softballs lobbed at him. Don't you think they've blown this whole thing out of proportion, sir?
Yes, I do.
Well, thanks for wrapping it up. We really appreciate everything that you're doing, and let's stop Al-Qaeda over there in Iraq.
Always good to spend time with the vice president.
Yeah.
Here at Fox News.
Fascinating guy. Just a wonderful man.
Yeah, this will get turned on Whittington.
Yeah, like he leaped in front of the gun.
Like this is all his fault. He wrestled the gun out of Cheney's hand and it went off in his chest.
Yeah, somebody's looking at his past to see if there's ever been a suicide attempt. Hey, can you believe this weather outside today? How beautiful and perfect it is.
It's really weird because what's going on is it's all sunny, blue skies. It's actually warm today.
Really warm. I never even buttoned my coat all the way coming into work.
And then the buildings are dripping and the streets are all wet. So down below it looks like it's raining because the snow is melting. And up high it's a bright sunny sky.
It's called a spring thaw, my friend. That's a spring thaw. And I thought I heard a robin today. I thought I heard a robin. It was so perfect. I'm not going to brag about it. And even though this was the biggest snowstorm in history, this is the easiest winter I ever been part of. It's been phenomenally nice.
Yeah, it was nice that the blizzard of 06 hit on a weekend where no one, you didn't have to be out in it. Didn't cause too many problems.
I know we're supposed to be against global warming, but I just love it. Maybe in July when it's 140, I'm not going to be so happy, but I do like a nice mild winter.
And now all the snow that's piled up, the dirty snow now, should be gone by this afternoon with the temperatures.
Yeah, it'll be gone definitely this week. There's no doubt about it. What else is happening out there? I got to see a little bit of the two black guys on American Idol. They seem to be the stars this year.
Oh, yeah, Daryl and Terrell, the twins.
The Chipmunks. They remind me so much. What were they, Chip and Dale? Was that the Chipmunks?
Yeah. So they're on American Idol and just causing trouble wherever they go.
What is it with some young people and overconfidence on that show that for whatever reason they got it in their head they're going to be bigger than Stevie Wonder? And there's for some reason 40,000 of them show up with I will be the next American Idol. Even though they've never been in a band, they've never sang in public. I don't know whether it's like an Us Magazine Entertainment Tonight thing, but they just blow up and get excited about it.
And every one of them that gets dumped off of American Idol, you'll all be lining up to buy my record.
They're all confident. It's all overconfident. All right, this just handed to me by Big Red, Fez. Cheney's on it, too. So we will miss him. We won't be part of the Cheney Love Fest on Fox.
The Fox News exclusive when Vice President Cheney finally talks about the hunting issue, the hunting accident that he was in.
I really wish that the Bush administration wouldn't have talked to anybody but Fox News. Anytime that they do anything, it's only on Fox News. That would be great.
Your exclusive presidential TV network.
We just want to be honest. That's it. We're only talking to Fox. We only like the way they deal with us.
Oh, with the twins last night.
Chip and Dale.
The one idiot twin thinks his brother has been cut from the competition.
Yeah.
So, not realizing that his brother has gotten to move on to the next round, he goes on there, my spirit has been broken. Almost like he's British. He's talking so fancy.
Like Chip and Dale.
And resigns from the competition. And makes a big statement, waving his finger in the air. And, of course, I will be at the top of the charts.
He gets back and his brother's doing, what you talking about? What you talking about? It was fucking hysterical.
You have to go back in there and apologize.
But, again, is everything fake? Is that show fake, too? It doesn't seem like it's real to me.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fake.
Yeah.
It's got to be fake. They know how they're trying to manipulate us and everything. And this whole, we have to wait a half hour to find out the fate of the twins.
Yeah, I don't care one way or another. Doesn't matter to me whether the twins get in. I don't think they can even sing. It's just stupid.
The fakest thing on there is like when you see Ryan Seacrest up in the balcony of the Orpheum or whatever it is.
The what?
The Orpheum.
What is that?
The theater that they're in.
Why is it called an Orpheum?
I think that's the name of it.
Oh, it's the name of the theater?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying a Pentagon or
like
something.
A hippodrome.
Yeah, I had no idea where you were going. The Orpheum. All right, go ahead.
And he's up there. He's actually hosting the show American Idol. But he's like, right now is when the judges have an important job.
Yeah, he's a golf announcer. Now he's golf announcer.
Yeah, you're the host of the show, but you're not allowed to talk.
Yeah. Well, it's not that part. We're not there yet. This American Idol, it's like 3 different shows. 1 is the bad singers. 2, which one of your favorites will not even get the chance to get on. And then finally, after 3 months, the actual contest.
Yeah, so now this is where we wrap up the last of the hissy fits, like with the twins.
Here's Michael. Michael, you're on Ron and Fez. Hey, Michael.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead,
Hey, how
buddy.
you doing?
Good.
The chipmunks that you're referring to were Mac and Tosh, not Chip and Dale.
Well,
Two different ones.
Who's Chip and Dale?
Chip and Dale are the Disney chipmunks.
Right. Mac and Tosh were the ones with the British accents in the Warner Brothers cartoon.
You are kidding me. I didn't even know there was ever 2 sets of chipmunks. I never knew this.
Oh, they were the Macintosh or the Bugs Bunny chipmunks.
That's right.
So
With the
there's
British
competing chipmunks. So, did you know this, Fez?
No, I didn't realize it.
I only thought it was 1 set of chipmunks.
No, sir.
So Chip and Dale didn't talk?
They did, but they did not talk with the British accent.
I like the British accent guys a lot better.
Those were the Warner Brothers ones.
Those are Macintosh.
Yeah.
Where they're saying...
I get it, Macintosh, kind of an Apple deal.
There you go.
All right.
Where we have to have our vegetables.
No, which of those?
That's Macintosh. That's what he's talking about.
Here's John. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't know if you guys knew about those twins. The ones they got arrested actually when they were taping the show, like because the auditions are like months old now,
Mm-hmm.
and they were both arrested. The one for like I think identity theft, and the other one for I don't know what it was, but yeah, they were both
Probably backing his brother up with identity theft. So I guess they're not going to win American Idol.
No, it was in USA Today a couple of weeks ago, and they said because all the stuff that's on now has been taped like months ago until they get to the live showdown. So yeah, they're pretty much done, both of them.
All right, see you later, man.
All right, thanks, man.
So they'll be at like Frenchie Davis. There's always someone that has some sort of scandal in their background.
No, should I know what you're talking about when you say Frenchie Davis?
Frenchie Davis was an American Idol contestant that got bumped out because I think she posed topless or something like that.
No titties for the American Idol gals? You have to come in there titless. Yeah, I've never really been like a strong fan of it. I watch it here and there. I loved Farina from a couple years ago.
Fantasia.
Huh?
Fantasia Barrino.
Well, who am I thinking of?
That's it. Fantasia, not Farina.
Oh. Well, Farina must be somebody. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Fez.
Hey, Macintosh were mice, not chipmunks.
They were mice?
Yeah, they were the ones that talked in that snooty accent, and yeah, definitely.
You're thinking of Pinky and the Brain, sir.
I love Pinky and the Brain.
Definitely mice.
One is the genius and the other insane. All right, so Macintosh were never chipmunks?
No.
Yeah. I didn't know this, Fez. I never keep up with the cartoons as much as you do.
Yeah, I try to stay on them.
You gave me the V for Vendetta book. The, what is it called? It's an illustrated...
A graphic novel.
Thank you. And I haven't started reading it yet, but everything I read, every kind of media, is blowing up that this movie is going to be a big hit and very controversial.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's coming out next month, I think like March 16th, something like that.
Did you like the graphic novel?
Yeah, I did. I had a little bit of trouble, it's embarrassing to say, with a comic book, but I had a little bit of trouble like following the characters, who was who. Mm-hmm. But I liked the story. I liked V, the protagonist, I guess you would say.
Perfect.
In there. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this thing. And the new graphic novel I'm looking forward to is new one from Frank Miller. Not quite done with it yet. It's Batman versus Osama bin Laden.
Oh, jeez. Come on, Batman. You can beat him.
It's called Holy Terror Batman. And so Batman, what happens in this graphic novel is Al-Qaeda bombs Gotham City, and Batman goes after Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden himself.
So it would be like what would really have happened after 9/11 if we did have superheroes.
Exactly. Because now we're at the point where catching Osama bin Laden is such a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the thing of comic books, like jetpacks and ray guns.
But it won't Osama bin Laden have to be in Gotham City? Batman's not going to catch a plane and start looking through caves, is he?
He will probably go to Afghanistan. I would imagine he gets on the bat jet and starts his detective work, shaking down locals on the Pakistan-Afghanistan border.
I hope the president reads this then. I hope he goes, you know what, these are some great ideas the Cape Crusaders coming up with. Hit or miss on this one, Fezzy?
That is going to be a big, big hit.
You don't think a little too controversial, or you're kind of blurring that line, and it is more like, what are we, children? Now, are we pretending to get the guy instead of really getting him?
This is where we're at in this country. It's going to be huge. We want to think that we could go in there like the Dark Knight, like a vigilante, and get the bad guy, Osama bin Laden.
Well, call me an infant here, but I honestly thought that's what was going to happen 5 years ago. Earl, is this something you would want to read, or does it feel like an embarrassment?
Oh, I would definitely read it because Frank Miller, he always finds a way to bring some realism to it. He's very gritty. He's very...
I'm actually a Frank Miller fan. I love the Sin City stuff. And you know what I want to read by him? 300. Have you ever read that one, Fez?
No, I don't know that one.
I read about it. It was... And the weird thing was, he saw the movie The 300 Spartans when he was a kid and really loved it. I don't know why they ever sold. When I was a kid, they used to rerun a lot of Gladiator movies and stuff on Saturday afternoons in Philly, and I was always obsessed. Like, as a little kid, I was fucking obsessed. And I saw this 300 Spartans movie, and it just, like, I still think about it sometimes to this day. He did the same thing, and I guess he did a graphic novel about it. So I wouldn't mind seeing that sometime, reading it. I think it's going to be turned into a movie, so it's kind of like a comic was a remake of a movie, which is now a movie's going to be made about that comic. It's very bizarre what happens with the comic strip stuff. Dennis wants to help us out. Dennis, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dennis. Hi, Fez. How are you, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, listen, I'm actually an artist from Marvel Comics. I'm working on a title called X Factor. I don't mean to throw in a plug, but I'm actually something of a comic
Plug
expert.
yourself.
Yeah. Actually, Ron, the Holy Terror graphic novel is very interesting because what happens is basically 9/11 happens in Gotham City.
Right.
And basically, Frank Miller's point is, you know, we used to have comics about Superman punching out Hitler, for example. I mean,
like in real time, like in the 40s.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So he's like, well, why are we pussyfooting around this subject? Let's you know, why can't Batman fight terrorists? I mean, it would seem like an obvious thing. So yeah, and Fez, don't feel bad about finding V a little confusing. I did. It's actually, as graphic novels go, a very complex piece. I'm actually surprised they made it into a movie. I'm surprised to see they're going to have to obviously streamline some things to make that thing make sense.
Well, I mean, here you're kind of on the side of the terrorists, so I kind of have the feeling you're going to see some backlash when this movie comes out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but it's more as subtext. Because I mean, the government in this story is not like just as bad as Bush is. It's not. It's much more extreme. It's a fascist.
But it really runs the lines of real life because, you know, V, the terrorist in V for Vendetta, he's using subways to blow up things and stuff. Just like in really, and it's in London.
And and plus, with the terrorists, we're always going, under no circumstance would you ever support terrorism. But now you're saying if there was an extreme government, yes, you would support terrorism.
We would all become terrorists.
Right, which is what the fucking terrorists in the Middle East are saying. You don't understand. This is our only way of getting back.
What's interesting is how prophetic this was, because this graphic novel was actually published, I think, in sometime in 85 or 86.
Right.
And, hello?
Yeah, we're still here.
I apologize. I thought I lost you. And, but yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, obviously, if a government is completely fascist, I mean, certainly the American patriots rebelled against a government that they felt that was not was a corrupt.
But I mean, like right now, we're calling those people, cowards and everything, and our government is. And I mean, they're honestly, fighting with pea shooters against bazookas. I mean, they're out.
Obviously not cowards. Obviously they're not people who are afraid to die.
Well, you got to be careful. Bill Maher got fired for saying the same thing.
You could argue. Well, let me go back and protect my ass. Obviously, you could argue that they're obviously in a religious fervor, and that has something to do with it. They might not feel there's anything to be afraid of. If you feel that you're going to die and go right to heaven, then obviously you're not as afraid to die, possibly. I mean, that's an argument that you could make. I'm not backing any argument because I want to keep my job.
All right, buddy.
All right, thank you. Oh, the 300 is going to be made into a movie, and it's going to be it's a wonderful book. It's much more history than comic book. It's very, very interesting.
All right, thank you very much.
No problem.
Thanks, Dennis.
See you later, Dennis. Dennis, working for Marvel Fez. That's your dream job, huh?
Oh, yeah, totally. Go in there, write comic book stories. Just huge. That would be great.
Is that what you'd want to do? Here, draw this for me. The guy has a giant head.
That would be the best part. Just, the
writer seems to me to have the easiest job in comic books. And then just a couple of pages of guys getting punched, and I'm going to go out to lunch. I'll be back when they're done.
And then they keep bringing you drawings of, here, this is what V would look like. Nope, that's not my vision. Bring me something else.
So the writer's in charge, Fez, more than the...
I think it's
the artist.
I think it's more of a collaboration than just here's the script, you draw this now. Mm-hmm. I think it goes back and forth a little bit more.
Well, I see some of it. Don't they have like editors and all too? So
it
seems like they even have a boss, right?
Yeah, totally.
And then Frank Miller, he does both.
Yeah, he will write and draw. He's the double threat.
Here's infectious member. You're on Ron and Fez.
Buddy.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Fez what he thought of the Ultimates graphic novels and the comic books.
What? I don't know what the Ultimates is.
It's like the new vision of the Avengers with Captain America and Thor, and Thor's like a Greenpeace thug and such like that.
See, I never, I didn't want to say this while Dennis was on. I was never really into the Marvel comics. I usually stick to DC titles.
So you like this, Infectious? You like this thing?
Yeah, the Ultimates is very good. It basically kind of does the same thing, but it shows like Bush is kind of making a fascist regime with the superheroes, and how the superheroes are like our new Gestapos.
You know, it doesn't seem like this stuff is for kids at all anymore, does it?
No.
I mean, no little kids are reading comic books.
It's real complicated, plot lines and everything.
All right.
See ya.
See you later, buddy. Here's John. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, pal? Hey, Johnny.
Hey, how you doing, boys?
Cool.
Go ahead, pal.
Well, I was taking a good example of showing you like a sympathetic side to terrorism would be a movie called Red Dawn from the 80s, Patrick Swayze.
Oh, yeah, that's when the Brat Pack fought the Russians. You know, that was just on TV.
I saw it. It was great.
And I'm watching it. My fucking jaw is dropped on just like, because I didn't even think I saw that thing in the theater. And it's so cheesy and weird.
Loved it.
Yeah. And it's all the Brat Pack kids. And it's just hysterical.
It's funny how that thing gets so much cable play.
I hadn't seen it in years. I hadn't seen it in maybe 15 years. And it comes on the other night, and I'm just fucking locked down on how weird it is. It's really, really strange. Who was the guy that directed that? The same guy that did Big Wednesday. He was always like a real right-wing guy in the middle of the whole Hollywood scene. Hey, here's Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, you know, I heard that, like, in the same vein, the Charles Schultz company that puts out Peanuts is, they're going to be putting out a small graphic novel called It's a Holy War, Charlie Brown.
And just just to get out there and try to back up what is going on right now.
John Milius directed Red Dawn.
Milius, yeah. Thank you very much.
He also is the creator and writer behind this new show on HBO Rome, and he also co-wrote Apocalypse Now. So.
Yeah, he's a madman. He was one of those guys, like, he would be walking around the set and walking around like Malibu with a gun on his side in the middle of, like, the hippie days.
Yeah, he was part of that whole Malibu scene with Scorsese and Spielberg and all those guys, and he was the surfer guy.
Yeah, and he's just way different from them. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
David.
Yeah, hi. Hi,
Yeah.
guys. How you doing?
Good.
Listen, I miss Blue-Balled Fez.
Yeah, me too.
A lot.
He was
and
the
I
best.
want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Why was Earl fake laughing when Anthony was in the studio there?
Were you fake laughing a little bit, Earl, or were you enjoying yourself?
I don't know.
I wasn't even on mic, sir.
Well, okay. Well, I'll see you. Thanks a lot. I'll see you.
All right, see you later. Were you fake laughing, Earl, or were you really meaning it?
No.
You were on mic a couple times.
No, I don't think I was on mic at all. But
Yeah, you were.
You were talking about your soul music.
You're talking about your soul music.
Yeah, I mentioned...
You never want to get caught up not doing stuff. By the way, Earl, I got a long email today about bringing you and, whoever down to D.C. to do some of the Dillette training. Why not do it next Tuesday? Why don't you call after the show and say next Tuesday would be perfect. We'll do a best of, and then you guys can go do the Dillette stuff.
That'll
All right?
work.
Yeah? Well, fake laugh, why I'm saying it. Give me a little fake laugh. Turn this into a zoo show.
Dillette training.
Here's Anthony. Anthony, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
Hey, buddies, how you doing?
Good.
What can we do for you?
Osama bin Laden. It's Osama bin Laden, not Osama bin Laden.
What's the difference? What do you care?
Batman is not going to Afghanistan to fight Matthew Modine in Vision Quest.
It drives you people crazy the way you say it, Fez.
Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
And I do it. You know why? Because it brings out the terrorist lovers. We know who's on Osama. We see who gets offended when I say it that way.
How's it actually pronounced?
Osama bin Laden, I think, is how it's supposed to be pronounced.
How do you say it, Earl? I always said Latin.
Bin Laden.
Yeah.
And I'm not changing it now, especially when any of these news networks go with Usama. Instead of spelling it with an O, they go with a U. Where'd that come from?
Here's Dan. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, I love the show. I just wanted to call you out on something, Ron.
What's that?
You said you love those Spartans so much. Isn't that kind of gay? A bunch of guys in mini skirts sweating and wrestling?
You know, I don't know what it was when I was a little kid. I was obsessed with the Greek society, like, the original democracy of Greek, and also, like, with the Roman Empire. Fucking crazy about it. Always trying to look at, like, I couldn't even read yet, but I would always be, like, looking through magazines, and any gladiator movie or even stuff like The Robe and all, like, the early religious stuff, I would be locked into. And, like, my parents used to think it was weird, like, maybe it was, like, a past life thing. Because, like, being 4 and 5 and just fucking obsessed with gladiator movies it's crazy.
It's always weird when you find out you have a connection with something that you just shouldn't, time-wise or physically-wise, have a connection with. Like a place or something like that.
I don't know what it was. I mean, like, some kids like obsessed about trains. I was just locked in with that stuff. And that 300 Spartans... I mean, that's a very obscure movie. It was probably made for a nickel, and it was playing, like, on the UHF channels when I was younger. And for some reason, I was fucking crazy about it. And then I read this article with Frank Miller, and he said it had the same exact impact on him. And that's why he got this. So I was, I've always been waiting for one of you guys to get me this novel, 300. No one's ever done it yet. In the meantime, you handed me a bunch of stuff I really don't even like. Really, not at all. Here's Nelson. Nelson, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Nelson.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, with those guys with the from American Idol, Daryl and whatever the hell the other guy's name was, they used the identity that they stole to buy a 2005 Dodge Magnum RT.
So that's serious shit that they got involved in.
Yeah, it was in Us Weekly a couple weeks back. I was reading it, stole from my girlfriend, and read it and found that out.
Look how if you say you're reading Us Weekly, you got to cover for yourself. Well, I think they're named two black guys from American Idol, Mac and Tosh, I believe are their names.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
And they were caught stealing vegetables.
Kirby, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, BAC 12668.
That's old school, my friend. That's really old school. What can we do for you?
Well, Macintosh are golfers. Mice love cheese, chipmunks love nuts, and those crazy golfers were all over vegetables.
I don't even remember it. I got them mixed up with the chipmunks.
No, they'd tear a garden up, man.
Yeah, the one cartoon I remember from them on a Bugs Bunny Saturday would be they would sneak into this factory to steal the vegetables out of it, and they ended up getting stuck in frozen dinners.
So they were British gophers.
Yep, I remember they would dig tunnels underneath a garden and pluck all the carrots out from underneath in Bugs Bunny. I believe he was hired to stop.
All right, thank you very much. Now, gophers, I thought, were American. They don't give a shit when they make these cartoons. Nothing has to make any sense at all with these people.
They're just looking for another voice. Have we used a British accent yet? We're out of voices, Mel Blanc.
Catch can. Hey, Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. Good to see you.
Yeah.
I wanted to, just for real quick before I forget this, I'm glad you said something about the Spartans and Gladiators. I was calling in about some movies, but did you know they're making Gladiator 2? It comes out in September of this year, Ron?
Who's going to be in it?
I have no idea. I got a big list of the upcoming movies, but that's what I was calling about. But that'll be a plus for you later this fall. But
that's so weird because when that Gladiator movie came out, Fez and I went out that morning. We tried to see it like 7 o'clock in the morning. First, we went and saw Steely Dan at the Today Show. Then a big, huge breakfast, and then on to the Gladiator movie. But it didn't have the same impact on me as when I was little.
That was one of my best days, though.
Was it really?
I just loved that day.
Well, now you guys
I think it was my birthday, too.
Was it really?
I think so.
You guys can do it again in September. So, and then speaking of Frank Miller, Sin City 2 comes out. It's in July. Actually, they're talking like July 4th. But the main reason why I called, this one's really for Fezzy. Fezzy, they're actually in works on making a Batman versus Spider-Man movie, or Batman versus Superman movie. Was there ever any comic lines or anything about that? Because they're talking about a movie coming out in 2008 of the two versus one.
They used to do a lot of crossover stuff.
Oh, yeah. The World's Finest title is all crossover Batman and Superman.
Right.
But did they fight and stuff? I know Frank Miller did a thing where they fought.
Yeah, Frank Miller did a thing. I think it was Dark Knight Returns and...
Frank Miller hates Superman, right?
Yeah.
He's like us.
Yeah, he's totally Batman, and he had Batman kick Superman's ass in the Batcave putting on kryptonite spike gloves.
If they tied in Frank Miller with the success of Sin City, with the success of rehashing Batman and doing Batman correct instead of the absolutely horrible, like the Mr. Freeze Batmans and everything.
Well, did you like the last one that they did
The
with
last one
Nolan?
was wonderful, and they have a new one actually. They have a new one already slated. It's called Batman Year One. That's coming out in October of next year.
That's Frank
So I
Miller
hope
wrote
they
that.
continue in the same vein.
Yeah, I thought there was something else before they did a Frank Miller one, but thank you very much.
Hey, no problem. Thank
So
you.
the next Batman is going to be tied in with Frank Miller's story?
Oh, I think even this Batman Begins, they took elements of Frank Miller's story, Batman Year One, and put it in there already.
But he didn't get a writing credit on it.
No, but they did use elements from it. And now they're talking about Jake Gyllenhaal playing Harvey Dent in the next Batman movie.
Hey, Turtle, you're on Ron and Fez.
Maha Bone, guys. Hey, Ronnie,
Maha.
there is a book out called, I think it's Fire at the Gates. It's by the guy who wrote Bagger Vance, and it is all about the Battle of Thermopylae and the 300 Spartans. It's told as historical fiction from the perspective of one of the slaves of a hoplite. in
My
the
problem is
Spartan
this.
army.
You just said the word Bagger Vance to me. That's what fucked with me.
Well, it's a fabulous book. I've got it at the house. If you want, I'll send it to you, and you'll love it. It's only like about 400 pages.
Yeah,
but it's a great, great story.
All right, sign it and send it to me.
Okay.
All right. And then what to do is the next day look on eBay. See how quick I put it up there. Hey, this is perfect. All right, Fez, you gave me a present this week.
Yeah, I gave you a present. Now I can't even think of the name of the Chris Penn movie, The Wildlife.
Because I said on the thing, man, there's a movie, The Wildlife. I haven't seen it. I feel like I have to tell you this. You were the third person to give me that DVD.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I got all three up on eBay right now. They're not moving at all.
That's where I got it from.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You probably bought the first one from me and gave it back to me.
Does this look familiar to you at all?
Get me another one then, because I got a couple up there right now.
I feel bad for you because I got it, and I had it in my bag here, and went days forgetting to give it to you.
You probably would have got in about second then.
Yeah, I really should have moved on that. And I'm like, every night I would get home, I'd open my bag, I go, oh, crap, I forgot to give this to Ronnie again.
See, instead of get me that, you should have got me that 300 illustrated novel. Earl, I noticed you haven't given me any DVDs, CDs, nothing new. No books.
No, wait, I gave you a DVD yesterday.
Yeah, but I meant today. Something. I like to leave here feeling like a lucky winner, feeling like a ninth caller.
Oh, today's not over with yet, Ronnie. I'm sure Earl's going to come up with something.
Call me with that next Tuesday off would be nice, where you and your boy are on a train learning the lead system. You got to lock into this, Earl.
Oh, definitely.
You got to embrace.
Pick it up, yeah. You got to pick it up. Everybody's pulling for you.
Make the commitment.
And don't leave hair all over the place. Fez, you came up with a good thing about you sitting in glass before. No one fucking calls and dimes out E-Rock. Come on, we're all a team here. We're all a team, boys.
More than one day, I have just cut open the tips of my fingers from trying to push a button.
Whatever. It's all, you know what I mean? We're a family. You don't worry about it. Here's Louie. Louie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Louie.
I had a comic book when I was a kid in the 70s. It was Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
Was that one of those big, giant comic books they would put out every once in a while? These things were just huge. They'd be like a foot tall or something.
And it had real thick paper, like newspaper paper.
What do you do? Just punch a hole in Ali's heart?
It was
How the
sad.
hell is that? How can you have that fight?
Didn't Ali end up winning
Ali
somehow?
won. Ali beat the shit out of him.
How does he do that?
and Superman's all beat up. It was like really sad.
Like Rocky?
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
He just wanted to go the distance.
Oh, man, it was so sad.
Yeah, there was actually a long time before kind of Frank Miller kind of almost, and I might be giving him too much credit, but almost saved comic books and made them kind of cool again. There was really a lot of cheap shit going down, right?
Oh, yeah. Frank Miller made him dark again. You know what I mean? He made him real, and Batman wasn't this Adam West type character anymore.
I think that kind of fucked everything up, where everyone thought that's what books were like. The Adam West TV show.
Yeah, and started drawing heroes with huge flaws.
Yeah. Here's Jeff. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's happening, guys?
Yeah.
What's up, Jeff?
I just wanted to let y'all know I have a history degree, and some of the
What
stuff
college?
I studied with Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really mean a whole lot.
The South
More-
won in his school.
learn more off the History Channel. But I was talking about, I learned a lot about the Spartans, and the Spartans were completely gay. They loved man-ass.
Well,
Actually,
I've always thought the gimmick with Greeks were that when they went out on the road, whatever fucking happened, happened. You could stay at the house, you had a wife, you had kids, but when you're on the road, it's fucking, hey boys, we don't. It's like, as we would say now, on the down low when you go into prison.
Well, at the age of 8, they moved them out of the houses and into the barracks. Men never lived. They owned houses where the women, but they never actually slept in the house. They slept in the barracks, and they'd have to sneak. It's actually a bad thing. I mean, they never told anybody that they actually slept with women. The idea was they were so military-oriented that
they never wanted to own anything. They never wanted to have relationships. They just wanted to be killing machines.
Them to have relationships with men.
Right.
Because if you're in love with the guy, you're nailing him, and then you go into battle with him, you are going to watch that guy's ass in more than one way.
Boy, that Ole Miss must be one fucking homoerotic school, huh?
Well,
just crazy down there.
Well, what Ole Miss history class don't you hear someone was gay in? Civil rights leaders, gay. Democrats, gay.
He was a colored fucker. That's what he did. He was a colored fucker.
Yeah, that's Mississippi State. Give me a break.
Oh, okay. I get the two so confused. All right, thank you very much.
Y'all take it easy, boys.
Peace. Here's Grizzly. Grizzly, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, Grizzly.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Just wanted to add that in addition to Frank Miller, the other big name was Alan Moore with his series, The Watchmen. That really.
I read The Watchmen, and didn't I give that to you, Fez, a couple years ago?
Yeah, and I loved it. Thank you.
Yeah, hell of a series.
And now with you, I get the Wildlife, the third one. It feels like you're not. I don't know, post-heart attack, you're not thinking about the gifts the way you used to.
You got V for Vendetta, too.
Yeah, but still.
Another good series by Alan Moore.
Oh, yeah, he's the same guy, Fez.
Yeah,
he did The Watchmen. Yeah. Let me ask you this, Fez. Who's watching The Watchmen? You never even think about that. Who's watching The Watchmen?
Nobody. Wasn't that supposed to be a movie? We didn't get that one?
A couple times.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be difficult to make, though. You got to be able to pull it off.
It's very complicated. A lot of heroes in it.
Well, it looks like a lot of special effects, and, it's going to be, you're going to have to really be able to pick up on it. Ernie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I just had a question about the Wildlife.
Yeah.
Where did y'all get that, off of eBay?
Yeah.
It's not mass-produced yet?
No, it's not.
Stole copies? Man, I love that movie. Those guys were great in that movie.
Well, that's what we talked about. I hadn't seen the movie since the 80s, and it never shows up on cable, and it never was thrown out on the market on the DVD, which I don't even know what the reasoning was. But so I got 3 of them since bringing it up that day. I thought we were having some food come in.
Yeah, Johnny was supposed to come in today. He had to reschedule, unfortunately.
What the fuck does that mean, reschedule? So what does he do? Is he sending a pizza? I mean, what do you do, Earl, now? You had me sitting here thinking at noon I was going to be having food.
He left me a message on his cell phone. He goes, unfortunately, I got called into a meeting. I have to reschedule. He apologized, and he'll say it was coming in.
I understand that he rescheduled. Now what I'm saying is, now what am I supposed to eat? Fucking air sandwich?
We can't reschedule eating. Humans have to eat.
I'll make sure some food will get here.
What did you say?
I'll make sure that some food will be here.
I don't know. What time is it now, Earl?
It is 12 o'clock.
What time's eating time?
12 o'clock.
Yeah. So, do you have to go back in time for this food? What are you going to do? Do me a favor. Get a hold of Tony Bagels. He's got the finest bagels in town.
I don't want time travel food, Earl.
Eat some traveling bagels. You're going to fucking love them. Here's Doug. Doug, you're on Ron Fez. How are you?
Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
I miss Gangbusters, Earl.
I did too. The old Earl would have always had lunch ready. Earl, I want you to start doing this. Wear a nice white jacket and come in with food. Black pants, white jacket.
I'll be a Major D.
Mm-hmm.
Here to serve.
How you doing, Doug?
Good. Who do you think would win between Superman and a retard?
I think it's basically 2 retards fighting, in my opinion. To me, Superman was like an alien retard that didn't know his own strength.
Well, how many superheroes do you think a retard could beat? Out of all of them, which ones could he beat?
The only thing is Superman would probably stay back far, hit him on the fucking ass with some heat vision, and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah, Superman's got some sort of code of ethics that would probably keep him from even hitting a retard. He'd lose by default.
All right, but what if the retard was a giant and was running all around town knocking shit over? You got to do something, Fez.
I guess then it's heat vision in the ass time.
No, he's going to start going crazy at that point. Here's Adam. Adam, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Wanted to call. You guys were talking about people who were gay. Wanted to know if
Who
Fez
did?
knew that. What?
When were we talking about people with the gay? It's the outing show with Ron and Fez.
This guy.
Yeah.
The guy from Ole Miss.
Yeah, he's talking about gay Spartans. Go ahead. Who you outing?
I'm out in Chris Canyon from WCW. Remember that guy?
Yeah, I heard that story. Canyon was kind of... What was his catchphrase, Fez?
Oh,
something like...
Better than Canyon.
Who's better than Canyon?
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
That's it.
So he comes out now and said he was gay.
Yeah, he was Mortis, who used to run around with a skull mask on, I think.
All right, so he was always your favorite wrestler, Fez?
Never.
He is now.
He was Bateman's favorite wrestler, Tommy Bateman from The Hideout.
Oh, is that right?
Tommy Bateman, producer for The Hideout on Real Radio, used to give me so much shit because I didn't like Canyon, that I thought he was just a hack, a jobber, and he used to just give me crap about it and always defended Canyon to me.
Are you saying Bateman is...
I think the evidence points that direction.
Canyon, like put it in my canyon, Bateman, put it in my canyon. I was just talking with Tommy last night online. Listens to us every day. Loves when I don't get enough sleep and I'm really irritated and mean to people. That's his favorite shows.
That's Bateman.
Yeah.
That sounds like him. That's his personality.
So, didn't he know Canyon or...
Yeah, they're like best friends.
Help him put up the ring or something?
Yeah.
I would say let's get him on the air. But there's no way he'll want to talk about that. That fucking kid's going to go underground now.
He used to travel with Canyon like they were Spartans out on the road.
Odd when you think about it.
Now I know why he was so defended so vigorously.
Bateman was one of our battling producers before. Out of everyone we've ever had fight, and we've probably made, I don't know, 16, 18 producers get in the ring over the years. Earl's done it when he defeated a flu-sickened Al Dukes. In one round, Earl, you drop him in one?
First round knockout. He was white as a sheet.
Yeah. You trained for 3 months, and the night you were boxing, the guy had the flu.
That was Black Superman versus a retard.
He couldn't even stand. He couldn't even bring his gloves up to defend himself. He was so sick.
At first, though, he came out with the original kind of adrenaline rush, and then about halfway through the round, he started to feel really bad. But anyway, Bateman got in the ring, and this fucking kid, he could fight, man. This kid, we could have taken him on the road. And Fez and I actually went back and talked about it, going, do you want to get out of this radio business and finally, take this young kid Galahad on the road and start trying to win some fights, make $1 million baby out of him?
Really fast hands.
Oh, yeah. Just tough as nails. Small kid, but could really, really fight. I'd like to, get him in the ring with Master Poe someday. But I guess Canyon taught him. I guess it was fighting off Canyon on the road. I don't know. Here is Scott. Scott, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, pal?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
I'm a little depressed over this food thing that all got us into.
Hey, and I feel for you, too, brother.
Yeah.
I feel for you. Hey, the Willie Nelson, was kind of joking about him doing a gay
cowboy song, yeah.
Yeah, did you hear about the actual, real, true gay cowboy song he put out yesterday?
Yeah, I did hear about that, and Paul O turned out to be 100% right when he said that he was promoting gay cowboys all this time.
Yeah,
Paul O.
I couldn't believe it when I heard that yesterday. I thought about it all night. I couldn't wait to call you.
Yeah,
well,
thank you very much.
I mean that in a good way.
Yeah. All right, Scott, thanks for calling, buddy. So uncomfortable. This has become a very uncomfortable show to do.
So everyone that screamed at Polo, threatened to hit him with a cedar post, they owe him an apology.
I know. We'll have Polo on later this week.
Apology.
But Cedar Post himself should be the first caller just to say, Polo, I didn't know. I did not know, buddy. I had no idea. I guess this song is just about two cowboys rocking each other's ass or whatever. Have you heard it yet? Is it out there?
You can buy it exclusively on iTunes.
Oh, so we don't pay? We're not going to put out the buck? We got to wait a week?
Get it on iTunes.
It just came out yesterday.
Yeah, well, today we're doing the show.
No food, no Willie.
When you yell no Willie, it's very fucking uncomfortable for me.
There's no Willie.
Here is Dan. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, Brokeback Studio? I just wanted to say, when I was young, first grade, one of my favorite comics, Green Arrow. I used to spank like a little Earl watching tits on every other page.
Green Arrow, Fez.
I don't remember Green Arrow being so sexy.
A lot of comic books when you're a little kid were sexy because they would have big tits and they would just be barely covering the nipple. It would just barely be hanging there, and you were fucking crazy about that if you were looking for him as a young man. I thank you very much.
And Green Arrow, one of the few that had a chick partner, where he was dating Black Canary, and so she was always in his comic books and her fishnet stockings.
That would be a great name for you, the Black Canary. What do you think, girl? You want to go with it?
You singing today, Black Canary?
I kind of dig it.
You fucking make us eat like birds around here. We haven't had anything. Crumbs. This Johnny, who at one time was our friend, now he leaves us high and dry at lunchtime. I'm like saying to my chick today, no, don't give me any breakfast. This is going to be a great day. Johnny's here. All I had was 4 pancakes before I came in here. And some bacon and tea and juice. Now what am I supposed to do?
I didn't have any breakfast. I was bummed out as you are.
Earl, that doesn't help me. I'm as bummed out as you are. Let's suffer together. That's his idea of producing. Let's all hold hands and suffer together.
Ronnie, the Black Canary is just as hungry as you are.
The food will be taken care of. I will go out and get some food.
Let me turn this water bottle upside down and have you come by and drink out of the cap. By the way, have one of the kids fill this up for me, Johnny from the Bronx. Is it Johnny from the Bronx or Bronx Johnny? We got to get him on the air today. We got a great intern named Bronx Johnny that everybody loves. And, of course, our other intern, Fez.
Pitts.
Please do not stop me when I'm about to say Pitts. Pitts is the best, too. So we got these great young interns, and we haven't played Meet the Interns yet. We ought to do that later on. Because we got good guys.
These are good kids, and they're very loyal. They're constantly wanting to run around. They don't know exactly where to run to or what to get, but they love to run.
All right, Johnny, be ready, because today we're playing Meet the Intern. And thanks for wearing the FUBU shirt. It's because that you're not for us or by us, yet you feel comfortable enough to put the shirt on. Here's Trucker Bill. Trucker Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Trucker Bill.
Hey, those 2 American Idol guys, they kind of reminded me of Heckle and Jekyll.
White people are so scared of black people.
You see why you're getting that, Bill?
Yeah, what?
Being a little racist there. You're being just a little bit racist.
No, I'm not racist. It's their tone of voice, because Heckle and Jekyll, they had that.
They were magpies. They were black magpies.
Well, yeah, that too.
Small fries. Remember how black they were? Well, take a look at that thing over there. They were just really Rochester out of control.
And they love corn.
Yeah. Let's go over there and get some corn. I'm going to lay in the sun. Yeah, look at me. I'm a blackbird. So, Trucker Bill, you don't want to be caught up in that, or else you'll get this.
White people are so scared of black people.
I saw a house fly. I saw a shoe fly. Oh, those were different, but they acted exactly the same.
It was the same act. It was just what animal can we translate this to next?
Right. And there were always big black magpies. Here is Vader. Big Van Vader, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
It's Vader time.
Hey.
Hey, Vader.
How you guys doing?
Well, kind of disappointed in this whole lunch thing that Earl got me into today.
I know. Well, when are the bagels coming?
I'm going to give Tony Bagels a call. I don't know. This time of day...
We're going to have to.
The problem is, this time of day, they want to put tuna fish on a bagel and call it a sandwich.
Yeah,
it's like they think you're going to have a bagel for breakfast, bagel for lunch. Later on, I'm going to put some turkey and roast beef on this bagel and act like it's Thanksgiving.
Pizza bagel for you? What can we do for you, Vader?
Hey, I wanted to see, Fez, whether you were reading any of the Infinite Crisis books.
Yeah, I've been reading that series. It just comes out so slow. By the time the next issue comes out, you've completely forgot what you've read before.
How often are they coming out?
It seems like it's every 3 months.
Well, that, and then they've got, like, tie-ins, like, all over the place.
Yeah, I can't follow the crossovers. Where it'll be like a Flash comic, and it'll say Infinite Crisis tie-in on it. And you're supposed to just buy everything.
Where are you buying your comics at now?
I usually go to, I think it's Jim Haley's Universe. I think it's Haley on 33rd Street.
You're going to Bill Haley and the comics to get everything.
Comics.
Bill Haley and the comics. That's a mistake, Fezzy.
Why Bill Haley does not open that store is beyond me. It's a natural, Bill.
He passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone else should do it then.
Yeah. I want to just tell you a quick Bill Haley story. My mom had me when I was a little baby, and she was somewhere. I guess Bill Haley lived like around our neighborhood, and he saw me. You know what he said? That is a beautiful baby.
Ah, nice.
So my parents bring that up, and I remember what Bill Haley said about him. And I'm like, who? They're fucking telling me that story. Like, who? So they act like I was touched. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Hey, to get back on topic here,
What do you mean back on topic? What is? It's not up to you to pull this. What is the topic of today?
Well, Macintosh, where everybody's talking.
I would say the topic was Tony Bagels before anything else. If I had to guess, this rambling nonsense show we've been involved in today, Tony Bagels to me is the real topic. But go ahead.
Detoured in Macintosh, they weren't British; they were Australian. They got off the boat with that kangaroo with the big ears. Everybody thought it was a giant mouse.
No, you got two different cartoons hooked up.
No, they were Australian. They weren't they on that boat with the.
No, I never remember that. Well, Sylvester thought that a kangaroo was a giant mouse.
Was that Hoppy? Was that Hoppy that hopped off there?
I think that's the Flintstones kangaroo, Asaurus.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron, Fez, I got one that will tie everything all together for you today.
Good.
The Rawhide Kid, Marvel Comics' first gay cowboy hero from about a year ago. Guys ever read it?
The Rawhide Kid. His hide is raw from so much fucking out there in the saddle. No, Fez, you a Rawhide Kid fan?
Oh, yeah. I got every issue.
That's the one he jacked off, too.
Tried to get him signed.
All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.
See you later. Yeah, there are like cowboy comics. You ever read in them when you were younger?
No, I never got it. I didn't get into the cowboy comics or the war comics.
There was some cowboy comics, I can't remember who it was, that I used to read at one time.
There was Vigilante, I think was one cowboy's name. He had like a bright blue shirt and a red bandana around his face.
That wasn't it for me. It was like some little kid. This one looked like the fucking cowboy on American Idol. He was only like fucking 110 pounds. Here's... Remember, like, because when you're a little kid, you like reading about other little kids. Everything like, oh, yeah, I like any little kid in the story. That's always working for me. Hey, Hoss, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddy.
How's things at the Ponderosa?
Pretty good.
Good.
Hey, you were talking about different comic books. Have you guys heard that they're doing an Iron Man movie?
At one time, I heard Tom Cruise was going to do it.
Yeah, he was supposed to be Tony Stark.
No. Somebody like Pierce Brosnan. That would be a perfect Tony Stark.
I don't know. Do you think people would get in? Because whoever it is, he's got the mask on. It doesn't really matter who. Why pay somebody $20 million when you probably get a no-name to do it for nothing?
Yeah, and then the thing is, if you get a name in a role like that, you're going to be seeing just so much of the guy instead of the hero because they don't want to cover up the $1 million face.
What is the new... what is the new Tom Cruise rumors? They're out there, right, Fuzz?
Yeah, InStyle magazine reporting that Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes are splitting up. They're going to stay living together until the baby is born, but in separate bedrooms. Then they are announced...
Separate bedroom, separate boss. Separate bedroom, separate boss.
Then they are going their separate ways.
Yeah.
So, and now Tom and Katie are completely denying this. They're saying it's 100% false.
Earl's grabbing Journey. So they're going their separate ways. What do you think? I think he's seen that belly grow and is just totally grossed out by it.
Yeah, I can't see this. I don't think they're going to get married. I think they would have been married by now. He was so head over heels, couch jumping with her. I mean, the next natural step with his mania that he had going was get her down the aisle ASAP.
Well, they got engaged, right?
Yeah, they did get engaged on the Eiffel Tower. Another photo op. Just a huge, bigger-than-life event for the engagement.
Well, does she have to turn Scientologist first before they get married? Is that, maybe is that what the holdup has been?
Maybe. From what I heard, she was going through, like, her Scientology training. They had actually assigned a Scientology trainer to her.
She had to get in a rocket. To marry this fucking guy, you have to get in a rocket, get shot into space, and come back down.
Yeah, this was the woman that they were announcing as her best friend that she travels with and was really taking care of all the interviewers. Turns out she's a Church of Scientology worker.
Well, it's kind of sad then, huh?
Yeah.
It's not going to work out?
Yeah, totally sad. Makes you wonder if it's her babe, if it's his baby.
I just hope for the both of them that they end up losing the baby. And that would be easier. That way you don't have that tying together forever. Earl, you give me a face like that's a bad thing. Sometimes miscarriage is the only way to leave his friends.
Well, the other way, according to InStyle magazine, is Tom's going to buy her a house for her and the baby, and then that way he's going to have access to his kid.
That's the life, when you can pull that gimmick off. The problem for him is she's got her own money. What you want to do is find some barefoot idiot coming out of the sticks and pull that with her.
Yeah, this isn't Fat Debbie Rowe, who produced skits for Michael Jackson.
See, that's the problem. Who wants to keep Fat Debbie Rowe out in the pool house? You want somebody hot out there, but totally dependent on you.
Yeah, that skin nurse can be paid off for a one-time fee, you know, and then keep her fat yapper shut.
You say skin nurse like it's some kind of a put-down, like it's an easier job to nurse at. All right, here we go, a little journey. This is for Anthony driving home. I know he likes the Long Island rock, not the soul. Tony Bagel's open till 3 today. Earl, what food's coming in?
No, we'll get whatever you want. We get.
What do you mean whatever I want? I should have had it by now. I want you to surprise me like Johnny was. Today was going to be the best day of the week. I know we can get whatever we want if we pay for it, but that's the beauty of here's a bunch of free food coming in. They were going to be feeding all the boys.
What we wanted was Hard Rock Johnny, now dragged in here like he saw him going to trial and bringing food.
I hate when somebody says they've got too important of a meeting to meet you. What is he? He's got to meet Peter Frampton about some old pants? What is so damn important he can't come see his buddies?
We're framing the pants today. I need you in this meeting.
I bet if this was the Eddie Trunk show and we were playing hair bands, he'd be rushing right over here with a big plate of pasta. Alfredo, Earl.
That's the good stuff.
Here's David. David, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
David.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
hey,
pal.
Ron. Hey, sorry about that. What happened to that meeting with Crazy Jen yesterday?
As far as I know, Wiki did not show up in the jet, and that was the problem. So and apparently she's mad at us, and a number of listeners were mad at us too, Fez, for leaving her on too long yesterday.
Oh.
But I am just going through a burnt time. I think I'm a little tired, is why I was looking for that day off, Earl. Because have we taken a vacation since we've been here at XM?
We have not taken a full vacation. We've taken a day here, a day there.
Yeah, it's crazy. How long have we been here? 7 months?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we're supposed to get 5 weeks a year. What are you going to learn? Next August, we're going to be off for 5 weeks? Is that your idea? Just put it up to the end?
No, not at all.
Fez and I will leave here?
He's like NEW, Earl, where they finally have to tell him, no, you can't stay here all night watching TV. Go take your vacation time.
Yeah. He had to go away for 3 years.
Because he had it so built up.
What's the story on Tuesday? Is that when you guys are going for Dillette training?
I haven't confirmed yet with Don, but...
Have you already tried to reach him?
We can make that happen.
Or are you too busy with the food? What is happening in there? What is going on?
We're working on food.
Working on? What are
you building it?
No. We're just...
Give me a hammer. I'm building a sandwich.
He just planted some corn and said... How long before this becomes a muffin? I'm trying to make a muffin. Hey, Daniel. Daniel, you're on Ron and Fez.
Daniel.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, how about maybe Tom Cruise should just let the ultrasound machine plugged in all night next to Katie and say he wants to check the baby 24 hours a day?
Try to fry it?
Oh.
He's got to do something to get out of this. You
Just
got to do something, Fez.
overly X-ray the baby.
Didn't Mike, the teacher, send you some Tom Cruise quotes that he had to say? This is an official quote. You got it, Earl? What did he say?
What was that noise?
He's burnt.
No, I said, oh.
Do you have it or no, buddy?
No, we do not.
All right. You were sent it, though, right? You didn't think it was good enough to make the show?
Quick quote. Just said, I won't even say it.
What did it say?
No, it was just the clip where he says,
yes, but it's from Magnolia. It would have been a funny little bit. It was all ready to go. Was it too short for you? Something's going to be 7 minutes to make the air?
No, not at all.
No. I'm the one who loses things.
I know. It's weird. See, you know what I am? I'm annoying right now. And lately when people talk to me, I make them talk faster. That's how annoying I've gotten from being a little tired. So I'll go, focus. Now, go. No verbs, just go. Yell nouns at me.
Food, here.
Oh, I wish. Is it really, Earl? Because either that or Fez got me all excited for no reason. You know the worst thing is I'm not even hungry. But it's just the fact that I feel like something's been taken from me. Hey, Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Yeah.
Fez, what are you talking about? You had like 2 weeks off a few weeks back.
Oh, yeah, when you fake your little fucking heart attack.
Yeah, that was not a fake.
That's vacation time, my friend.
I had to have a heart attack to get a week off of recovery, and I still called in the show.
Where's my time? I'm leaving now.
And then, come back.
No.
Yes.
This is my heart attack time.
You are not having a heart attack.
Stop it.
You are not having a heart attack. And then the next week doesn't count as a week because that was Thanksgiving week, and that was Thursday and Friday. We were supposed to get off anyway. So that doesn't count at all. Tell Ronnie he cannot have a heart attack week off. Unless he actually has a heart attack. Is there food here? Where did Ronnie go? What? Well, this is just a fine pickle. So Dick Cheney is going to be doing his press conference a little bit later on this afternoon, 2 o'clock, where he finally talks about shooting an old man in the chest. That's what. So we're finally going to get it from the shooter's point of view. The would-be assassin, Dick Cheney, he's going to be talking at 2 o'clock on Fox News, exclusively on Fox News, where, even though it's his first press conference about the shooting will probably not even come up on this one. They probably won't even ask him about it. Elsewhere, the cartoon rage in the Middle East continues. 3 people dead from the protests going on, and over the Mohammed cartoon that everyone got upset about. And now they've really gone too far. In Pakistan, they've tore down the Ronald McDonald statue at the McDonald's and dragged it through the streets, lynched it in effigy, and then torched it. So now they're killing our burger icons. And they also ransacked a Pizza Hut and a KFC. So if they don't want our fast food, it's beyond me. Can't hear you whatsoever. The mouth is moving, but no words are coming out. So the cartoon rage just not letting up whatsoever. It's actually getting worse in the Middle East.
Well, what are you going to do, Fezzy? What are you going to do?
Their prophet got made fun of.
You know what? We went too long. I found out in the other room that we do commercials.
Oh.
And the breaks are not supposed to come at an hour and a half. That's crazy talk, Earl pointed out to me. Are you afraid to tell us, Earl, that it's time to break, though?
Yeah, I did tell you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
When?
I know the glare's bad.
The glare is hideous. I can barely see you today.
I can't see anything in the other room.
I just see the outline of your head.
All I can see is fingerprints. That's the only thing that I can see up there. I don't know what happens during the day, whether O&A are running dancers through there, but it just looks like you're in a fucking skin shop. You ever get there and it's just like residue was left up on the window. That's what it reminds me of.
A lot of people leaning up against that glass for whatever reason.
You know what he's thinking about is some dirty water dogs from East Side. Maybe that's the way to go today. Just really sick, dirty water dogs. All right, we'll take a break. Right back, Ron and Fez Show.
Ronnie, Fezzy, the Ron and Fez Show, XM 202.
Ron and Fez Show. You ever want to email us? It's Ron and Fez at AOL.com, Ron and Fez at AOL.com, the unofficial website, ronfez.net, ronfez.net. Fez got an email here that says some movie corrections for you boys. There is no Batman Year 1 coming out. That idea was scrapped when Begins was greenlighted. Sin City is only to begin filming in May, so no way it'll be done for July. And there is no Gladiator 2 currently being filmed. That's an old rumor about the kid taking up where Maximum left off. So that's from John, which just blew apart everything we talked about in the first hour.
I guess it's nice to get it cleared up, but still, I'd like to see a Sin City movie.
There's two being shot at the same time, but he's saying that he doesn't see one being out by July. So there's the deal now. Here's one that came in, Fez. This is from Marianne. It says, Hi, guys. Hi, guys. I think I have a solution to Fez's constant stress situation. Do you feel like you're under constant stress, Fez?
Yeah, I totally do. Always.
24 hours a day?
24/7.
Is it worrying or things that actually happen to you, or do you worry about things that might happen and they don't?
I totally worry about things that could happen that haven't happened. Like a building falling over or something like that. But yeah, I totally worry about what could happen.
Right, so...
And things that are going on now, I know I make a much bigger deal about in my head than actually is happening.
It says this, since Ron is always so calm and Fez is not, you two should live each other's lives for 2 days. Let Fezzy go home to your chick and kids, and you go home and watch TV or go to his rehab. What do you think? Maybe Fez would come back acting like he's cool and calm and collective, and then Ronnie comes back and is a nervous wreck. I don't know if I can live on the haunted retard island for a couple. And I can't sleep in a kid's room, and basically that's what Fez's apartment looks like. Figure if a 4-year-old had a credit card, and you will see the way Fez has decorated his house.
Yeah, I was really, when Elfish stayed there Thursday night, I was really worried about losing some of my belongings, that they would just end up in his suitcase.
Well, that's like having another kid over. He's also a big baby.
And he was constantly admiring everything.
Would you like to try that, Fez, like a Freaky Friday one time where you and I just switch places?
That would be nice. I wouldn't mind that.
I would just go over there and start selling stuff out of there. You would just see eBay, Bill.
Where are my belongings?
You know, I say eBay like I even know what it is. I have no idea. Never been there once. Never been there once.
I'm there constantly.
All right, Earl, did you work out that Tuesday? Is that done deal? And what is the food coming in?
Working on both, actually, at the moment.
Don't get it mixed up and have food delivered here Tuesday when we're not here.
Jenny's, and for a week I get to read Jenny, and then he doesn't show.
Lou Ferrigno, he got sworn in as a sheriff's deputy this week, I believe in California.
Oh, yeah, he's working in Deaf Town. It should be really exciting. He's a deputy that you could be sitting there and talking about a bank holdup and he would have no idea what you said.
There's just a shootout going on behind him while he's sitting on a park bench or something. Deaf Cop, coming this fall to ABC.
Have you heard? It's Deaf Cop. I don't know what it is with so many of these celebrities that want to be cops. Shaq drives around acting like he's a deputy. Now Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, how you're going to see Shaq or the Hulk coming at you? It's like you're not exactly going to be able to go undercover there.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them is working in the undercover game. Even if you weren't famous, Fez, when you're 7'9" like Shaq, hey, babies, who's got some weed to sell? Everyone's going to know who he is.
How are you going to get the drop on somebody when you're Shaq or Lou Ferrigno just bounding into a place?
All right, here's Eli. He says, Ron, I'm a big fan. As a member of RonFez.net, I'd like to drop off a gift for you. A copy of 300. If you'd still like to see it, I'll drop it off today. It's the studio 111 West 57th. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Fifth floor?
Suite 500.
Suite 500. All right, Eli. Love to see you. Things are happening around here. Things are happening. See how we can make it? Now I just need them to stop at Tony Bagels, and we're on our way. Everything works out. Here's Mark. Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going? Just started listening a couple weeks ago, and I love you guys.
Thank you very much. It's always odd to me, Fez. It's still building. Still, people sign on to XM, or they just they listen to the music stuff and come over. So it's like it's not like working in regular radio. It's just a constant flow of new people.
Welcome aboard, Mark.
Excellent. My comment is with the lunch situation, to go back to that for a second, when did Earl find out you weren't going to get lunch at 12 o'clock?
Earl, when did that word come down?
About 10:30 this morning.
So where was the backup plan to have food at noon? You need to have your food, guys.
And I didn't even hear that it was canceled till 3 minutes after 12 when I go, where's Johnny? Oh, he's canceled.
An hour and a half. Where's the plan?
Yeah. That's when Earl came up with the idea of let Ron and Fez eat air.
Yeah.
And it seems like a great plan because there's plenty of air, but it's not very filling, Fez.
Yeah, I cannot get filled up on air. It's just not going to do me. It's just...
I'll burp too much.
I hear you. All right, guys, take it easy.
All right, see you later. What was his first question? I forget. Was it just the one?
Yeah, I think it was just the one, and then to say that he's a new listener.
Oh. I consider him more than a listener, Fez. I consider him a subscriber, and I consider him part of the XM family.
And so wise. Just realizing, hey, at 10:30, an alternative plan could have gone into effect.
If you're new to XM, Fez and I, we are the ones who tell you about all the different XM channels, how many that are out there, stuff that's happening, and I can barely even keep up with it.
Oh, yeah, because what's happening is XM is adding new channels, new formats constantly.
Constantly. And for some reason, and I'm shocked by this, they picked Fez and I to be the voices of XM radio. Hi, we're XM satellite radio personalities, Ron and Fez.
And we're going to let you in on a secret, and that's some of the outstanding new channels coming soon to the XM lineup.
Great stuff, like XM's Knock Knock.
Is this a joke, Ron?
No, the Knock Knock channel is all about doors.
Great, I love the Doors.
Not the Doors, it's songs about doors. Here, listen.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
And coming soon, XM Windows.
Hey, Ron, do you like XM's comedy channel?
Are you kidding? I love it. But there's days when I just don't have time to sit through all the setups.
Well, now you don't have to, because from the creators of XM Comedy comes XM's Punchline. Forget the premises. These jokes get right to the point.
So then the other guy says, maybe you should pet him first.
You're a bastard when you're drunk, Superman.
You've just given up on pants.
Sounds like that channel really packs a punch. Line, that is. Next, need something to do on a rainy day?
Always.
Then you need XM Radio's Sounds of Classic Board Games. It's hours of entertainment without having to dig through your closet for your own board games. And you'll get all your favorites.
Baltic Avenue. I'll buy it.
It was Colonel Mustard with the knife in the library.
Yahtzee.
I guess XM has a monopoly on fun.
Huh?
Next, if you like XM's Lucy, you'll love XM's Lucifer. Non-stop music, all paying homage to the Prince of Darkness himself.
Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Every single one of us, the devil inside.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal.
All hail his satanic majesty on XM's Lucifer.
That's the place for one hell of a good time. Hell.
Well, that's all our time for now. We hope you enjoyed What's Coming Soon to XM.
And remember, at XM Satellite Radio, you can never be too specific. Yeah, there it is, Fezzy. So many new channels, all here at XM Radio.
Enjoy them all, everyone. Bob Barker, he's pleading with city officials to close the Los Angeles Zoo's elephant exhibit. He's saying that he wants the elephants to be able to retire to a sanctuary.
Nice.
And that at the zoo, they are living in misery.
You know, I gotta agree with him. Zoos can be so hideous. When you see a giant elephant basically in prison, you're behind bars no matter what's to happen. And I've seen bears before that look like they have OCDs. They're just walking back and forth the same exact number of steps. They touch something, they turn around, walk the same steps, touch something. It's kind of sad when you see what happens to them.
I've always enjoyed a zoo. I always thought, you know what, those animals are lucky. Those are ones that actually got rescued from the wild.
Well, you like a zoo because you can leave. They can't fucking leave. Every single day, you're sitting there and some little kid's throwing peanuts at you. It's not the way it's supposed to go down. I like these kind of zoos, the one where you have to drive around a park and look at them, or you look at them from more of a distance. But I never really like seeing monkeys behind glass or bars. It's just, it doesn't seem civilized for me. Earl, where do you stand on the zoo thing?
I said let them run, let them roam free. It's just sort of like, you know,
in the streets,
especially with, you were right.
We
with
can't
the
let them run around here.
Well, I know that, but I'm just like, but the bears, they just you just watch them walk back and forth.
I could see at one time where you were like, zoos and circuses, good idea, because we didn't know any better. We've studied it now, and we know they just need a little space. So, I mean, we've got plenty of room out there. Make it someplace that they can sit out and the people can drive by, or you go by in a little tram and it's nice for everybody.
Yeah, just put them in that confined space. It's cruel. It's so cruel, and after a while, you're right. They just have this whole OCD thing where they're just kind of doing the same patterns over and over again because that's all they can do.
But I always thought like an elephant had to be just, you know, what's that elephant thinking in the zoo? There's nothing but bales of hay stacked up there. Oh my gosh, an endless supply of food for me.
Yeah, and that's one part of the day. That's just one small part of the day. But the rest of the day, you would like to act like an elephant. I don't mind feeding them. I don't think that they got to be, you know, you've got to set up a wild preserve where they eat each other and stuff. I could think that you could keep them apart. But they need a little fucking stretch out room. You don't want to just, like I remember in the Philly Zoo, the elephant was just on concrete all day long. That isn't the way it was supposed to be. It's like you go and you like to watch TV, but you don't want to be tied to a fucking couch. You like to get up every once in a while. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Hey, Dave.
Ronnie, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Fuck the zoos. It's 2006. You know, we're not friggin' savages anymore.
Yeah.
We don't need them.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what happened when they started zoos. Everybody was like way hayseeds. They didn't even know monkeys existed. You know what I mean? Like, they were just like, you know, it was like 1900 or something. They couldn't believe you're looking at a monkey. It was basically like an alien.
Well,
so that was exciting.
You know, say you went to prison. Yeah, it's like being in prison. You know, you go in, okay, look, there's a Puerto Rican.
Right.
Look at this one. There's a black. There's a mulatto.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing.
It is the same thing. It's like if you were walking through and just going, hey, look, there's two guys fucking, and you throwing peanuts at them. It's too much, Fezzy. It's too much. Here is Peter. Peter, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up, Pete?
I was at the San Diego Zoo, and they got these elephants. They keep them out in the sun in just this big, like, hockey rink, and they just stand there, like three of them in the same spot and just weave back and forth They're all fucked up, and it's really, really disturbing.
That is it. They get into it's like you know that there's something mentally wrong because they will just keep doing the same thing over and over and over like a crazy person. Now
I think
maybe
I know why Fez like zoos though.
what's that?
Isn't fucking Roosevelt Island just one big happy zoo with retards in it?
It really is. He basically lives in a retarded zoo over there.
Sometimes we have escapes. They get off of the island. They get off of the rock.
Now I understand people would like to see seals and shit like that, and I'm the same way. I want to see them, but give them a little space. Let them move around out there. Rich, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, I don't miss welching, dragging out of that forever, Fez.
Yeah, that Fez is long gone. This is the whole new payoff is that Fez.
Over at Six Flags, I think it's in New Jersey, they have this pretty neat zoo you can drive through. And when I was younger, me and 3 of my friends went there, and we made this big batch of pot brownies. We were feeding the monkeys some of it while we drove through.
See, that's the thing. I mean, you shouldn't interact with kids because... they've also been things where kids throw lollipops down in there and a tiger will eat it and choke on the stick or whatever. A kid shouldn't be near a tiger unless the tiger has a chance to maul him. That's all I can come up with. Casper, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
You don't need zoos anymore today. The kids got the internet now. You just want to look at an animal. They're out there on the internet,
Yeah, I don't...
It doesn't smell. It's not dangerous.
I don't think it's the same.
Oh, it's the same.
But really, how often are you going to go to the zoo? Once every couple of years? I mean, once you're out of school, where they force you to go with your friends, when, of course, it's better than doing math. You don't go to the zoo that much as an adult, maybe when your kids are really little.
Zoos always have to find something new to bring people back in, like a new baby panda or something at the National Zoo, stuff like that.
Remember when the circus faked a unicorn? They just fucking welded a horn to a little horse's head. Hey, Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I was wondering what African zoos are like. I mean, they're not going to have elephants and giraffes and shit. They can see it out their back window. They got like raccoons and rabbits and
buffalo
deer and moose. And
Well, we have those all in our zoos, too. I mean, we have American things in there. And it's the same with the African places have preserves, and I'm all for that.
They got North American animals over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure, like, if you're some African, you have AIDS and you're starving, the last thing you feel like doing is seeing meat that's being protected. I'd be eating anything.
Like keeping a sandwich just out of your reach.
I'd be pounding on a buffalo. Hey, Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up? There's actually a term for that behavior. It's called cage psychosis.
For what happens with the animals?
Like when the elephant paces back and forth?
Right. Yeah, it's called cage psychosis. Sometimes it's referred to as repetitive psychosis.
So they're basically going psychotic. Now, do the zookeepers know this? Do they not care?
Yeah, that's why they're building like all the new zoos have like larger displays and toys for them to play with and shit to keep them occupied.
Yeah. You gotta spread them out a little bit. And I really don't want to see them standing on concrete. I really don't want to see them in that dirty water. I remember Philly, they used to have a thing called Monkey Island. They just had these monkeys on these rocks, and it was surrounded by water. And then you're just sitting back trying to haul peanuts at it. And now, in hindsight, why take... There's no such Monkey Island. Why do this to them?
That's my address.
Yeah.
Monkey Island.
That's great. They love it out there. They don't fucking love it out there. Here's Jeremy. Jeremy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Jeremy.
Yeah, hey, Fez, what's up?
Yeah.
If we get rid of the zoos, where am I going to see the monkeys fucking?
Well, again, I know you want to see monkeys have sex and you want to see one with that big red ass. I understand all that. I know that you just don't want to see animals on TV or on the internet. But there's got to be something where you are seeing them somewhat have a real life. That's the exciting thing.
What's weird is the monkeys will get the best setup out of any other animal in a zoo. It's like they'll get the tire swing, they'll get toys. They'll get, like, ropes to climb on and stuff, actual monkey bars, literally.
Because they're headliners. They do stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they will go... They're basically a draw at any zoo because they look like us. You can't not look at the monkeys. But there's plenty of things out there like hippos that have a 6 foot by 4 foot thing where they're just staying underwater and people are throwing peanuts. And I mean, if you really think about it, maybe I'm not asking you to care about animals. I'm not coming at you, Greenpeace. But there's something sick about it. There's something really disgusting about what we've done to this thing.
See, I've always seen them as like the fortunate ones. Like if you see pictures of a drought in Africa and you see elephants keeling over there. Like the lucky ones got put in a zoo where they're going to be taken care of.
I think you're being funny here. I think you're working an angle.
No.
I mean, it's like a dog. You know what I mean? A dog, you'd rather have a dog on a farm than a dog in a cage. You get that, right?
Yeah, I understand that.
Well, it's the same thing. That animal was born to live a life. You know? And I'm not saying you don't eat them, you don't do this, you don't do that. But if you can afford to have a nicer place for them, go ahead and do it. Hey, Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, the last time I went to the zoo was like 13 years ago. Motherfuckers charged me $20 to get in the door. I get in the door. A fucking camel spits on my white shirt. I don't know why he was all pissed off. Keep fucking walking. Now I smell like a chewing tobacco snuff cup. And the fucking monkey throws this shit at me.
Monkeys will shit in their hand and chuck it. They definitely will.
He fucking chucked this shit at me, dude.
Yeah.
I think you got your money's worth, Sean.
I don't come off, Fez. I got fucking gypped. I didn't even get free peanuts.
Yeah, they will go off on you. The peanuts, by the way, very, very expensive. Hey, Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Sean.
What's up, Ron and Fez?
Yeah.
Hey, I saw a zoo in China, man, and there was, like, monkeys running all over the place. They weren't even in cages. And they were, like, grabbing children and stuff. It was crazy.
That's like they haven't invented the cage. Yeah. They haven't come up with a wall over there in China.
They basically went to where all the monkeys were hanging out and then just put up a sign in front, zoo.
Yeah, it was crazy. We also saw a panda, and it just looked pissed off because it wasn't in the air conditioning, and it just paced in front of us for, like, 15 minutes.
Here is Crouch Critter. You're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, pal?
Yeah, hey, how's it going, y'all?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the cage psychosis. There's a zoo down here in Texas, and what it is, they've got this bear, I don't know, some Russian bear, long-haired, hippie freak bear, or something like that. And what it is they've got him in this, like, cement cage and everything, and all he does all day long, we sat there for like 20, 30 minutes watching him. He walks from one side to another, and he stops right in the same spot every single time and stares back out, you know, at the people watching him.
Right.
And he's got this look on his face like, help me, please, just
It's
help.
just a horror, and like that thing, once your brain snaps, he can't go back to the wild. He's just no longer a bear. He's no longer a wild animal. He's just nothing. He's just nothing now. It's almost like if you took somebody and you kept them in an insane asylum till finally they themselves broke and they turned insane. Hey, Glenn, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, big ass card holder 18440.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? It's been a while. How's everything?
Okay. Have you been out to the Bronx Zoo?
The Yankees, yeah, I think they're terrific. I really think they need some pitching now.
Yeah,
no, I never been to the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah, actually, it's got a lot of stuff you're talking about. It's got the tram rides. It's got the hippos in the natural habitats. They can dig their own water holes and stuff.
Right.
I mean, there are a few animals. It's not perfect. I mean, I see some eagles that are locked up in cages and stuff.
Yeah, they've definitely done better over the years. I mean, it's like, I don't think people that work in zoos hate animals.
No, they're still learning stuff.
But they're still learning stuff, and they're still getting better at
They
it.
have stuff like Jungle World. I mean, you can actually look down from a open ramp, like, and there's crocodiles and stuff that are actually out in the open. There's a bird world. There's all kinds of stuff that a lot of animals are actually out in the wild now.
I like any sort of bat exhibit where they got them like under black light so they think it's nighttime.
But there's birds actually flying over your head because from one place to the other there's waterfalls and stuff. So, I mean, they have a model that I think a lot of the zoos are copying now. So they're pretty good on a lot of that stuff. But, I mean, the elephants are a little better, but they're kind of, like you said, they're not confined to one little cell, but they have like a small yard that they kind of wander around on. I would imagine that they probably wouldn't want more area. But then again, elephants don't run very fast, so maybe they don't need as much as the rest of the animals. I imagine they study these things, and I guess they know which animals require more.
Yeah, it definitely gets better every year. And, I mean, if you got the space for it, why not just Spread it out a little bit.
And they keep expanding. I think it's like the San Diego Zoo, I think, was a model that they all copy.
And I'm going to tell you something else. Like, probably without zoos, you know, there won't be people in that chance for the future to see these things.
But first of all, the guy said before about the internet, you can't appreciate an animal over
Right.
a piece of glass.
I mean, I understand wanting to see all these stuff. It's exciting.
Yeah, and you know what? It
for
gives
kids.
people appreciation for animals. So, I mean, yeah, I don't like sometimes how the animals are treated either. But you know, people won't really sympathize. They won't understand what they are, and they won't care if they come and see them. So, the animals are kind of making a sacrifice to making people sympathetic to who they are. Because if you don't see one, you're not going to really care about it. So, rather people coming out and seeing it definitely makes them more sympathetic.
All right, thank you very much, my friend. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, pal?
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, why don't they get rid of the zoos in that? Just put like a glass tunnel through Rikers, through Gen Pop. Just
White people are so scared of black people.
Earl, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Thank you, Ronnie.
I know what you've been through. Not just you, but I mean your people, your race. It's been very difficult, hasn't it?
The struggle continues, Ronnie.
Is that the struggle for finding food? Is that still going on?
We're working on it.
No, we're working on it.
Make this a memorable day in Black History Month. The day you got us some food, Earl.
Fez wants to make blacks history. Don't listen to him. That's his idea of February. Let's make blacks history.
That's not what it is?
I know it's not. You know it's not as well. I don't know what happened with you today, Fez. I'm going to use this term for you. Weisenheimer. You're a Weisenheimer today.
Not me, my friend.
Is what you are. W.F. Clark, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
BAC 3669.
You know what I call that, my friend?
Hoo-ah!
That's a little old school.
Yes, how you doing, guys?
Yeah.
There's a place in Jersey that they shut down, and it looks a lot like Jurassic Park, because at one time you used to be able to drive through it, and then what happened was a lion jumped up and bit a kid in the face, and they shut the place down. And now if you go in the woods there, the place looks like Jurassic Park. All the cages are empty, everything's overgrown.
That's some spooky shit, huh? Yeah. Now, why wouldn't the kid's mother have him roll the window up? Why is he sticking his mug out the window?
It was like a school bus, you know, they were doing like a trip, and they were going through the safari and stuff, and the animals were...
I imagine getting this call from the teacher. Yes, your son was bit in the face by a lion today.
That's got to be the next craziest call to the vice president shot somebody.
You gotta fucking be kidding me. My kid got bit by a lion. There's no one there to keep the lions away from my kid's face.
Yeah.
Not since biblical days has a parent gotten that phone call.
That's insane. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Ron.
Yeah.
Great show, man. First time caller.
Yeah, I was just telling Fez that during the last break. It's really a great show.
I want to know what that monkey does in your producer box there. Does he pace back and forth?
All right.
White people are so scared of black people.
Meet me halfway here. Meet me halfway. Earl, bottom of my heart, an apology.
Thank you, Ron.
An apology to you.
Oh, yeah, me too, Earl.
I don't know if you even mean that.
Sincerely.
What are you playing here, Earl? What's playing in the background?
Zoo Station.
All right. Hey, Darren, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, pal?
Yeah, I was up in Bridgeport. They have the Beardsley Park Zoo there. I went and saw the American Condor with a 12-freaking-foot wingspan. They put it in a 10-foot cage. The thing looked so depressed. It looked like Larry David.
Yeah, it's just terrible. It's awful to see animals treated that way.
I agree. You got to have cages that fit the animals.
Speaking of animals, burger? Maybe big burgers? Fuzz, did they say you could have one burger?
No, no one has told me that. I wish that was some sort of announcement that they like you get a message from the doctor on your voicemail. Today's your burger day. That would be perfect.
I think you can have one.
Then I'd want cheese on it.
What's wrong with cheese?
Can't have cheese.
Cheese is a dairy product.
It's all fattening and cholesterol.
Fucking starving the way you say it.
Then I'll want fries. And then it's a slippery slope, my friend, back to Heart Attack City.
Why don't you just stay in the Heart Attack suburbs where you just get bad agita? All right, we got to take a break. We're taking a break, y'all. It's the Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
Ron and Fez show. Fez Bryant stopped by for some gifts from us. I believe this is Eli. Let's bring him in, boys. Because at one time you get the email and it's one name, and then they come in and they say Brian's here, and I'm going, Eli? And they go, no, Brian. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you.
Hi, Brian, Eli.
Yeah. Well, you must live close by, huh?
Work nearby.
Oh, where do you live? I guess you don't even want to say what you do. Wow, this is the 300, huh? By Frank Miller. Wow, that's gorgeous, man. Thank you.
Great story. I like it a lot.
That's very cool looking.
I'm just going to, I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to write Frank Miller's name on the front, get it right into eBay, see what I get.
Should go huge, I would imagine.
You think?
With a Frank Miller signature on there?
Yeah. What do you got there, Fez?
And then I got the world's greatest superheroes. It's hardcover in a nice case and everything, and done with the Alex Ross illustrations, who does the realistic-looking drawings of the superheroes.
All right, Brian, this is kind of disappointing because this is much bigger and thicker than mine, and...
Well, I was going to get a copy of that of 300 for both of you.
Yeah.
So I figured Fez would just be over at your place at some point anyway and read your copy.
That is true. And a lot of times he just has me read to him over the phone, which is kind of embarrassing.
Just until I fall asleep.
It's the only way I can get him off to sleep. Well, if you'd like to hang out today, we're going to play Meet the Interns. Who are we meeting first? You got to take off?
I got to take
off. All right. Who are we supposed to meet first today? Is it Bronx Johnny?
Bronx Johnny's coming in, yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, Thank you, Brian.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Brian.
it.
It's very kind of you. And you're over at RyanFez.net?
Yes, I am.
Show up at one of these parties. We're going to do a party with them soon.
Next one I'll be at.
Yeah. All right. Terrific.
Okay,
We got to talk to Mikey Boy. Have you ever talked about the podcasting thing that Mikey Boy had lined up for us?
No, not yet. I want to have a nice sit down with Mikey.
We had to sit down.
No,
We
I mean
said
just
it
to
seems
follow
like-
up on things.
Yeah.
That's all.
But you can't keep putting it off, Earl. Somebody else was mad about you not getting back to him. I can't remember what it was. I don't know what it is. Everyone's blaming everything on you lately, Earl.
No, I get like emails. I make sure
every email you'll return.
I try to return every single email as quickly
Beautiful.
as I can.
Yeah. All right, it's time to meet the interns. And Fezzi, he's wearing FUBU today. You know what that means?
No, I do not know.
For us, by us.
Oh.
It's Bronx Johnny. How are you, Johnny?
Very good, fellas. How you doing?
Are you related to Kathleen from the Bronx?
No.
No.
No, man.
Not at all. Not a cousin or anything.
Mm-mm.
Now, why the FUBU? What's that mean exactly?
Just for us, by us.
Yeah.
The guys that made it, real cool guys, black guys, made it like in the early 90s. Real cool guy.
Right. No, are you black?
No, sir.
What gives you the right to wear the for us, by us? That's what I'm asking.
You're not us.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, technically I live with them, so it's accepted. I made
In the
sure.
Bronx? The
Yeah.
Bronx is what percentage black?
I'd say about pretty good, 85%. Man.
85%. And you live your life, no problems with the black people?
No way.
Nothing
We're
but
good.
love.
Yeah, nothing but love.
Yeah. See, a lot of people would be afraid to live in a black neighborhood. You say, no, you don't need to be.
No, it's good, man. They're good people.
Earl refuses to live in a black neighborhood, and I have no idea why.
Won't put up with it. Won't live in a black building.
He says it's got to be 70-30 before he feels good. He needs it 70% white.
I grew up in Corona, which was like 90% black.
Why don't you bring us some of that Italian ice then, if you're in Corona? That would be a nice day for us. That would be a nice way to spend the afternoon.
That's the 10%.
All right, Johnny, let's get over your life. Give us a little background of what was happening before you became an intern for Ron and Fez.
Nothing much, man. Work security over at Yankee Stadium. Still doing that. That's cool.
That's going to be a lot of fun for you, huh?
Yeah, no, it kicks ass, man.
So you going to all the games?
Yeah, I have to be there.
Yeah. Inside you are?
Yes, sir.
Do you guard the clubhouse ever?
I guard the private suites.
Oh. All right, so you must have met a lot of celebrities over the years.
Yeah, a lot of people. I usually deal with owners personally from other teams.
Really?
Yeah.
So give us some of the celebrities that have been through.
I met Mickey Rivers.
The great Mickey Rivers, terrific.
Yeah, he likes to drink a lot, him and his family. We had to escort them out once, but good people.
Mickey Rivers getting thrown out of Yankee Stadium.
Thrown out, Fez, or escorted? It's a whole different thing.
Escorted.
Escorted
like
is like a nicer way of saying, I think you've seen enough of the game today, Mr. Rivers. Who else have you met?
Well, we met Shelley Long before she passed away.
Well, she hasn't passed away, so you've still...
What?
She's still there for you.
The one from Cheers?
Yeah, she's
didn't
still
die?
alive.
Yeah, wow.
No, apparently she tried to snuff herself. It didn't take.
Yeah, she's still around.
What was she like? She seemed suicidal today?
Drinking like Mickey Rivers in there? Drinking a Mickey River?
She's like really pale, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's...
Really white, huh?
Yeah,
Doable still, though?
Not in my case, but I guess if you're into
Yeah, for
that.
some people, yeah. If you like the pale type.
If you're Sam Malone.
Which I do. I go for the pale. That's why I can hang around with East Coast Dave.
And the suicidal.
Yeah. All right, who else?
Audie Marino, owner for the Angels.
Nice.
Cool guy. Theo Epstein and the other guy, Lucino.
Yeah.
Met him.
So you're meeting a lot of owners. But most of the time, you're just there to make sure everything's going A-okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
How long you been doing this gig with the Yankees?
Started in July.
Yeah. Now, why radio? What do you want to do? Play-by-play for the Yankees one day?
Nah, like
You and Scooter?
I want to do what Earl does, just in the back, play music and just...
Uh-huh. Well,
cool,
it
man.
seems to me that you are
So that's what Earl does.
Yeah. Earl, would you train him to be the music director for the show?
Oh, sure. Johnny, everybody loves Johnny. So
What is it about Johnny that you love, Earl?
He's just laid back. He's always willing to help. Always asking if I need anything. Always has everyone's back.
Are you shocked that he thinks that's all you do?
That is all he does. And actually, it's more than he does do. As we know, he picks out the original song, and then he's pretty much done for the rest of the day. Do you have any radio heroes before you got into radio?
Other than you guys alone, ain't not really.
Yeah. Nothing at all. That's just from listening here. This seems like a fun gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. You married?
Nah.
Chick?
Mm-mm.
Gay?
Nah, no way, man.
All right. Don't make too big a deal out of it in front of Fez, because then he gets his feelings hurt.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know what the percentage is in the Bronx.
Yeah.
A little better in Manhattan.
Here is Ron. Ron, you're on Ron and Fez. Yeah.
Ron, go ahead, buddy.
Ron from
Hi,
Alabama.
Ron.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Hey, the FUBU thing, the for us, by us, that's not it. It's farmers used to buy us.
All right, that's awful. That's not right. And you know what? You're going to get this.
White people are so scared of black people.
Earl, I'm so sorry you had to hear that. It's just awful. Ricky, you're on Ron and Fez.
Oh, the guy...
What's that? Oh, the guy stole my line. I thought I was going to be the funny one. Hey, Russell, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, guy? I got to stick up for Earl. All these people trashing him, man.
People bust on Earl a lot.
I know. Well, for the sake of guilt, I'm going to take full responsibility for him not getting your food and fucking up the show today.
Thank you very much.
So it's Russell's fault.
Yeah. Damn you, Russell. You son of a bitch.
Russell, I could kill you.
Yeah. There he goes. He just took responsibility and he left.
Earl, I apologize.
5 years from now, Bronx Johnny, where do you want to be?
I'd like to work for XM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him here, too. Bronx Johnny channel. You know who his cousin is, right? Kathleen from the Bronx.
I see the resemblance now.
Yeah.
I thought it was just maybe the FUBU shirt.
Yeah.
But no, I see the resemblance.
I'm going to get one only that's going to say FUBAR on it. And I'm not even sure why. I'm not sure why.
So what's your favorite part about interning so far, Bronx
Mine?
Johnny?
I think what it really is just being so close to the excitement.
Not you.
Oh.
Nah, yeah, it's just like working with everybody here is real cool at XM, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like a cool setting, huh?
Yeah, I love it, man.
Nice not to have Steinbrenner screaming at you constantly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's Adam. Adam, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to tell the callers they need to calm down and stop ripping off lines because the caller called in 2 weeks ago with that Farmers Used to Buy Us on O&A.
Well, I don't think any of them ever invented. I think it's more of just hack jokes. Yeah.
It's like the internet where you get emailed the same joke over and over again.
It's Meet the Interns, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Any questions at all right now for Bronx Johnny, who, Earl, you say your favorite intern of all time?
He's right up there. Definitely
None
right
better?
Up there.
Would you say he's up there with Thing 2, who up to this point was your favorite? Did you get the thing? I heard from Thing 3 not too long ago. Remember the girl?
Oh, the very thin girl.
Yeah. And she's doing very well. Did you get that email?
I don't think I ever met Thing 3.
Yeah, you did. She used to...
I just have no recollection of. I would... there was very few women at AEW that interned. Like, I would
you'd think you'd remember them.
Yes. So, I mean, I have zero recollection of Thing 3.
Her and Tenacious C. I think we're our two girl interns.
Yeah, well, Tenacious C, have we talked to her lately?
Haven't heard from her. You also got Rachel, also. Remember, long black hair?
She interned for us?
I think she interned for you guys, too.
No, she would work for O&A. She was really, really hot.
And then we had Keisha.
Hey, Sean, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Say hi to Bronx Johnny.
Hey, Bronx Johnny, you suck.
Suck a dick.
Now, here's what you got to remember, too. These are also subscribers, Johnny. So they're not just listeners, they're subscribers.
They pay to tell you suck,
so
Johnny.
So you got to think of that. Like, you're still working security at the VIP. You can't tell, like, any owners they suck a dick, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah, this is like Shelley Long telling you suck. You just take it.
Sean, the late Shelley Long. Sean, you didn't want to say anything? You just wanted to insult them?
I guess so, yeah.
All right, there you go. So that's your first insult, and your comeback, suck a dick. All right, I like it. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on with it's today's It's actually Meet an Intern week. Today it's Bronx Johnny. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah.
I was just wondering where in the Bronx this guy lives.
What part of the Bronx you from, Johnny?
On the south side, man.
South side.
South side.
Yeah.
Oh, alrighty.
All right, so questions coming in fast and furious for Bronx Johnny. He seems to have grabbed a nation's attention. Right now, the XM Nation focusing on Meet an Intern Zone, Bronx Johnny. Hey, Rusty Knife, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, I love the show. Hey,
Thank
Bronx Johnny, you sound like a cool kid, you stupid white nigger. You should be killed.
All right, see, you got a comeback for that, Johnny.
No, man, I have another.
Yeah, yeah, nice. Nice.
What is your ethnic background, Bronx Johnny?
Spanish.
Really doesn't matter, Fez. We don't ask here. We're all the same. We're all the same.
I can't ask in the office. I can ask on the air, though. It's the cool thing.
You never asked me mine. You know what it is?
What?
I'm 1/8 Cherokee.
Really?
You ever notice that a lot of those Southern guys and truckers will tell you they're 1/8 Cherokee? Even black guys will also say 1/8 Cherokee. No one ever says, I'm a little bit Navajo. No one ever picks a pussy fucking Indian tribe for themselves. I'm a 1/8 Hopi. No, it's always badass Cherokee.
Everyone's a warrior.
Yeah.
And they always have some connection with Crazy Horse, who was like the badass of all badass Indians.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm descended from Crazy Horse.
Yeah, it's not happening. Some of you people just aren't. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Meet an Intern week here on the Ron and Fez show. Bronx Johnny has grabbed the nation's heart and attention. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, can Johnny read?
Johnny?
Yes, I can.
Yes, he can.
Can you write?
Yeah.
And you're willing to prove that?
Yes, sir.
In a court of law?
Yeah, no problem.
Did you graduate high school?
Yep.
What's that, high school for retards or what?
All right, some of these people are very, very difficult, Johnny. You're taking a lot of heat. Earl, I know you want to hop in and save some of your boys.
No, the other part is you got to be a college student to get an internship. So, of course, he graduated from high school.
Well, yeah.
Idiot.
Big high school? Very large school?
Not really, no.
No? Small one?
Yeah.
Here's Manny. Manny, you're on Ron and Fez. Catholic school? Public school?
No, yeah, public, man.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Manny.
I want to ask this stupid Bronx Johnny Puerto Rican asshole where he gets his statistics that the Bronx is 80% black. This stupid, ignorant Puerto Rican bastard.
It was an assumption, so I didn't have any numbers in front of me.
Yeah,
but,
an assumption. What's an assumption? You make an ass out of you stupid fucking ass Puerto Rican jack-off.
Thanks, keep listening to accent, buddy.
No, I like the attitude, Johnny, because that's what Fez and I do, too. Thank you very much. Keep listening to XM. We have a lot more stations. It's not just us.
You are going to be cutting some things for us in the production room.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Ron and Fez. We'll be right back.
I like him a lot. Here's Tyler. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Miss Festonio.
Yeah, I miss Festonio, too. That one cared.
Hey, Johnny, have you ever taken any depressants or any Valium or anything?
You ever done any downs?
Couple times, yeah, man.
What's the drug of choice for you? A weed smoker? Love the weed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ever do any coke?
Nah, never tried it, man.
That's a good boy.
You know what? Sometimes I think that you could be Cheech's long-lost son. Because you have that laid-back Cheech attitude about him. I love the kid, Fuzzy. I'm not going to lie here. I'm not going to make any bones about it. I'm crazy about Bronx Johnny.
I'm loving Bronx Johnny, and didn't realize how much I didn't know about Bronx Johnny until we did meet an intern.
What have you learned today?
This whole Yankee connection that he's got going.
Yeah. Well, then you notice he's always got the Yankee hat on. Here's Ryan. Ryan, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, do you ever ask your girlfriend to come over to your grandma's for hamburgers like in Raising Mr. Vargas?
I know that kid. I know Victor in real life. Here's Ron. Ron, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you? I'm raising Victor Vargas fucking gag. I am so happy. Ron, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I had a question for Bronx Johnny. Do you still hang out with Napoleon Dynamite?
All right, now he is not the kid from Napoleon Dynamite.
This is not vote for Pedro.
All right, so you see what you're taking here, right,
Yeah,
Johnny?
man. I love the fans, though, man. They call up. Great callers, man.
Yeah, you loving them?
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah. Johnny, what's a normal day for you? How after you leave here, what do you do? You're off to school or?
Nah, man.
Not
This
a
is all I
busy day?
do. Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah.
Just go home, chill, man.
No, I thought. No, all right. I just got this handed to me. You had a little excitement outside your building lately.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, please tell us about that.
It depends which one are y'all talking about, because a couple things happened a while back.
Well, there was something, a tragedy.
Oh, nah, yeah, we got shot at like a couple weeks back.
Uh-huh.
But nobody got hit. We're all good.
No, who got shot at?
One of my friends.
Yeah.
He got shot at. He was going out with some guy's girl.
Mm-hmm.
So they found out where, we lived. I didn't know anything about it till they started shooting.
Right.
Yeah.
And what were they shooting? Do you remember?
They were shooting at him, not me.
Yeah.
At him.
And what'd you do? Head low? Start running?
Yeah, I started running.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, right now you got a New Jack problem. You're going to need a New Jack solution.
Yeah, man.
And New Jack City. So that's scary. You're really living in the Bronx, fucking Fort Apache, where somebody bangs a chick and you're going to get fucking shot for it.
Yeah.
And also there was a homicide somewhere in your neighborhood recently?
Yeah, like 2 blocks up there.
Yeah, what happened?
It was the kid that shot at my friend. They kind of,
You and your buddy got even with him.
Nah,
he ended up getting shot and killed?
Yeah.
He wasn't really shot, but they took care of him. I had nothing to do with that.
How did they take care of him? Rape?
From what I read, some things. I did.
Yeah, but he's dead?
Yeah.
Where did you read it?
On the internet.
All right, here is Sean. Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, if this guy's Puerto Rican, why isn't he Bronx Wani?
Bronx Wani would actually not be a bad idea. I'm loving Johnny, Fez. He's from the boogie down. He's got to deal with problems all the time. Now, what college are you going to?
College of Staten Island.
What is it?
College of Staten Island.
College of Staten Island, so it's a long commute for you.
Yeah, 2 hours, 45 minutes, man.
Yeah, every day you make it and still live at home? Or?
Yeah, still live with Grandma.
All right.
You're like running the marathon every day.
All right, now you are Victor Vargas if you're living with your
Exactly.
grandmother. Hey, Al, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, Miss Downboard Fez.
Me too.
Hey, Bronx Johnny.
Yeah.
I think you're great.
Thanks, buddy.
Not you, Ramon. This guy.
It's been a long time since the Ramon call came through. Here's Logburner. Logburner, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up,
up, buddies?
Yeah.
Hey, hey, I really like this guy, Puerto Rican Johnny, man. I think he has a big future in the radio. I want to see after he's done interning with you guys. I'd like to offer him a job.
Doing what?
Plant tulips. Tulips around my dick, you fucking Puerto Rican West Side Story wanting motherfucker.
All right, so you got to put up with some of this shit. Fez and I do it all the time as well.
It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Do you feel you're warming over the XM subscribers? You're winning them over?
I would hope so.
All right, I'll tell you what. We'll let you yell at one. So if you got one that you want to yell at today, go ahead and help yourself.
Don't waste it.
Yeah, don't waste it. Make sure it's a good one.
All right, then.
Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Who's this?
Hey, this is Bronx Johnny's father. I just wanted to say to all these rednecks, stop making fun of my illiterate son. Just because he can't read doesn't mean he is not better than you.
Thank you. Great impression. Didn't want to use it there, huh?
No,
Didn't want to use
worth
it.
I think you made the right move on that one.
I don't know. I would have used it as soon as I heard the father thing. I would have had to. I would have had to break the glass, go for the emergency. Hey, Fritz, it's me at the end's turn. Today it's Bronx Johnny.
What's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, Bronx Johnny, big fan. Look, I got a question for you.
Yeah, man.
Out of all the races, ethnic groups, and all that stuff, who's the most entertaining to throw out of Yankee Stadium?
Probably drunk Irishman, man.
Is that right? A lot of those?
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, that
A lot of bleacher creatures?
Yeah.
That reminds me. I got to talk to Eastside Dave later. Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Bronx Johnny.
Yeah, man.
You Puerto Rican?
Nah.
What are you?
Ecuadorian, dog.
You ever cut anybody?
Did you ever cut anybody before?
Yeah, man.
Who did you cut?
In junior high, a couple guys. High school, a couple guys.
Why were you constantly stabbing people, Johnny? What got into you?
It wasn't stabbing, more or less just
Slicing?
like taking a slice, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, like, usually they take a swing or they try to slice me first. Like, I got 2 scars on my arm.
All right, let me see.
Can't really see it on the radio, but...
Right.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So you guys would not try to stab, just give each other a cut.
I wouldn't try to stab, because that's not cool.
But a way of just slicing, let you know, hey, I'm a serious guy, don't fuck around with me.
Exactly.
You know, I'm Bronx Johnny, but I don't know whether you want to be, BJ as your initials,
no.
But I like you.
Good, man.
You know why I like you? Because a low rider will take it a little slower. And that's the thing about Bronx Johnny. You do take it a little slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a little more laid back than most. Here's Sean from Tennessee. You're on with Bronx Johnny.
Hey, I want to ask Bronx Johnny when he's going to get the dick out of his mouth. Sounds like his fucking jaw sore. Fucking wetback.
Sir, do you have kids?
I got nothing that you even could think about doing, you fucking broke back, wetback son of a bitch.
I love Tennessee, man. Yeah, cool.
You're almost going to move on him, but you didn't do it.
Nah, man.
All right, nice. Here is Ernesto. Ernesto, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron, this is Ernesto from Kissimmee.
How are you, sir?
Very good. You speak the Spanish?
Yeah, though. Yeah, man.
Let me hear you say something in Spanish, faggot.
Come culo, bro.
All right, does that count? Because that was in Spanish.
What did he say?
Kiss my ass?
Eat ass.
Eat ass.
Eat ass. Here, just listen to the national anthem. Back with York. I'm loving Bronx Johnny.
He may be my new favorite intern of all time.
Yeah, he's the best. Your new favorite of all time. Who was it before this?
Tuttle.
Then now, mine was Thing 2. I believe Thing 2.
I hated Thing 2.
Oh, is it Thing 1 that I like then?
I think I only like Thing 3. And she stayed in the office licking envelopes.
I was Tenacious C. I will take a break. Thank you, Bronx Johnny.
Thank you, man.
Now that you've all grown to know him and love him, he'll play a bigger part of the show, and we'll talk to him more. We're right back, and we'll wrap up the show. Ron and Fez.
You're listening to Ron and Fez on XM 202.
Well, it's about time.
Buddies, make sure you visit our official website. That's ronfez.net. ronfez.net.
And you can check out our MySpace page at myspace.com/Ron and Fez Show.
And if you ever need to get in touch with us, email us at ronandfez@AOL.com, ronandfez@AOL.com.
And now, back to our show.
Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley, The Ron and Fez Show.
XM 202.
Rock him a thing. Rock him a thing. Rock him a thing. Follow the leader, rock him a thing. Follow the leader, rock him a thing. Follow the leader, rock him a thing.
It's the Ron and Fez Show. Just about to wrap it up. I got this email sent to us. It says, new Ron and Fez drinking game. Take a shot every time Earl says no, not yet. I swear you would be drunk because it would be 10 times an hour. So, Earl, you got to be careful. They are now drinking when you say no, not yet, and we're working on it.
The way it would work out for the drinking game is if you didn't have to drink yet when Earl said no, not yet. You got to put that off.
Yeah, you do not want to deal with that. Hey, John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey, you guys got to give this guy Johnny a little spot on your show. I think he's great.
I'm a big fan of Bronx Johnny as well, Fezzy. And I know that Earl just loves the kid. Just absolutely loves him.
Yeah, I think Bronx Johnny's going to have a very successful internship on the Ron and Fez Show on XM.
I think it's just about over.
Wow, that went fast.
All right. Anything else we can get into today, Fezzy?
Shannon Doherty in a car crash. She's getting cited for that one. Ends up with a bruise and cut on her thigh.
Somebody went up on the sidewalk after her. She was just standing there at a red light, and they hate her so much they drove up on the sidewalk.
It was probably Alyssa Milano or anyone else that's actually worked with her in the past. Maybe Luke Perry or something.
When's the last time she's had some nice press where people went, hey, I've got a good story for you about Sharon, what's her name?
Shannon Doherty. Yeah, it's basically never. I mean, any story about Shannon Doherty, it's usually...
Bitch.
Yeah, she's losing another gig. Because, again, like another cast can't work with her.
Things are going so bad for her, she lost the job to Stephen Baldwin on that Scare Tactics.
Yeah, that was the one where she's the only host on the show and still couldn't get along with the cast. Still ended up losing that gig because people can't just work with her.
Is that show off the air? Sci-Fi Network ran that for a while. And it used to be the best out of all those candid camera ripoffs. They would do awful things to people.
I mean, those were downright scary to watch. Never mind the people that would end up getting them put on the other end of those pranks, where like a killer was coming in the doctor's office or something.
Hysterical stuff. Now, one of the guys from there is doing that new Sons and Daughters show. He was one of the scary people in Scare Tactics, and he would set folks up. So I'm going to check that show out. I guess Lauren Michaels is producing it.
Some other new shows coming on. Fat Camp, a reality show on MTV, starts tonight. Teens sent away to a fat camp.
I'm just done with the reality show stuff. I just got no time. I never checked out the Fat Celebrity show. Just over all of that.
Yeah, this one, I think that I guess the girl to watch for is what they say, is the girl that's so homesick she just wants to go home from fat camp. Even though her mother is there as a fat camp counselor, she still wants to just go home even though she's with her mom.
She misses her fridge. You can't blame her for that.
Bobby Knight getting a reality show.
Bobby Knight?
Bobby Knight, the Texas Tech basketball coach. It's going to be some lucky Texas Tech student has a chance to make the team. So it's basically...
12th man?
Yeah, like 33 walk-ons, and it gets down to one guy who gets a shot with the team.
Well, you don't have 33... 33 of them are trying out for it?
Yeah, I think it's like it starts with like 33 contestants, and they narrow it down.
Sorry, you just don't make the cut. Sorry, you missed the shot.
And Terrell Owens is supposed to be getting some sort of talk show where it combines.
There's no guest. It's just Terrell Owens by himself.
And it combines him working out with like a talk show format. It sounds insane.
It's just like you work out with him and he interviews you. Hey, Randy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Big ass 307 butt ass.
That's old school.
Hoo-ah!
We like that.
Miss Hippie in a hockey shirt.
Hippie in a hockey shirt was a great intern.
Yeah, he was the man, all those hockey shirts.
Yeah, every day, different hockey shirts.
So many of them.
I actually have a positive story about Shannon Doherty.
What's that?
I went to UPN up front. She was on a show. She actually got recasted. But I always take a picture with the celebrities with my Captain and Coke in my hand. And the security guard took it out, said no drinks. And she actually rushed over, got the drink, and gave it to me. And she looked pretty good, too.
Did she take a hit off it herself?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a bump also.
So finally, something nice about Shannon Doherty.
God bless her. Sure.
What?
Bumps and Cokes with Sharon Doherty.
That's the nicest thing someone could say about her. Paris Hilton says her upcoming CD is hot. That's how she's self-describing it.
She's doing a CD?
I had no idea.
How he makes me quiver. How he makes me... It'll be the first whispering CD in quite some time.
She says, of course, people are going to trash it at first because it's Paris Hilton. That's
Right.
what they do to her. But then everyone is going to be so shocked to see how good this CD is.
When we finally find ourselves starting to love it more and more as time goes on, we're going to go, this sucks, but our toe will be tapping.
So when all of America is dancing to the tunes of Paris Hilton, she'll have showed us.
It's called You've Watched Me Fuck Under a Black Light. The box set is actually going to come in something that looks like her vagina. CDs will fall out of it.
She ought to use the porn video as her first video release. Just put one of her songs to it.
Well, the single is called Screwed.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is it. It's called
All right,
Screwed.
let's take a listen. It sounds like the beginning of a sitcom. Just all kind of happy and we're running around.
They're all girlfriends and they're trying to make it in the big city.
I'd admit, Fez, you thought it was going to sound worse.
Oh, I totally thought it would sound worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies? How you doing today?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I went to the junior high homecoming with Shannon Doherty.
Is that right?
She was your date.
Yeah, she was my date. I grew up over in Orange County, and that's where we grew up. We went to elementary and junior high together, and actually lived about only 3 or 4 blocks down there. So I'm kind of.
Oh man, are we losing you?
What's that?
All right. What was she like in junior high?
She was really a very.
Any fucking time there's someone you actually want to talk to, the phones go out. The phones go out. The phones go out.
And it's right up to the point that you want to hear. What's she like? She
Phones go out. The phones go out. The phones go out, Earl. Something happens with these phones. So the guy went to school, went out with Sharon Doherty. And here's Eric. Eric, you're on Fez.
Hey, buddies, what's happening?
Yeah.
So that was pretty lousy. The Paris Hilton song. It sounded kind of like a bad Lindsay Lohan.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It sounds exactly like Lindsay Lohan. And who's the rest of them that have these?
Hillary Duff does it.
Duff and
right.
Every little girl that does the movies does the other because we're expanding the brand. And they must all have the same producer because their voice sounds exactly the same.
It just all gets run through the same synthesizer.
This one's called Have You Seen My Pussy Lately, which I love. Love the title. This one's called I Had a Bad Fight with Nicole Richie.
That's hot.
The only way I could listen to her if she was singing exactly into my zipper, and then I would let her finish the song.
Sounds like a hit.
Here's Rick. Rick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I think we need to do something about these phones. I think we need to stay on Wiki, man. Let's put him on the hot seat. It's ridiculous that every time we got something that you want to get a bunch of phone calls about, that the phones blow up.
Yeah, they do.
It is every time.
They do blow up quite a bit. Here is John. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. I wanted to point out, the Pest did the best they could to crash the phones on that rambling douchebag show. And even though they wrecked his show, didn't do a thing to the phones. You guys get 5 calls when the phones blow up.
Well, I don't know. There is, you know what, it's a very good point, and it's never happened anywhere else I've ever worked before. Now, we are working on the phones, right, Earl?
Yes.
And what is it that has to happen? What is it that needs to change?
I believe it's a new trunk line, but I am not a...
Eddie trunk line? Well, we blew that.
They got rid of trunk.
We had it. It was all set up and ready to go.
I don't know all the specifics, but I believe it involves a new phone trunk line.
All right, well, let's get one. Let's get one. We got Oprah on board now.
Send an intern down the store. Get one.
Here's Josh. Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, listen, I'm a record producer. I'm here to tell you that's barely Paris Hilton on there. It's all filters and smoke and mirrors and gates and all kinds of stuff.
You know what? I would make fun of her if every goddamn singer wasn't doing it today. They're all doing it. No one sings for real.
It's like on American Idol. They'll always have a reject on there that screams at the judges, well, get me in a studio and do your magic on it and make me sound good. And that's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah, it's just if she didn't have any money, she would be, she wouldn't be anything. So,
thank you very much.
That's it.
Here is Brian. Brian, you're on Fez.
Yeah, that music would be awesome if I had her been over hate fucking her.
Then you would love it. Then you would let her play it.
Yeah,
while you're beating her with her own speakers.
Yeah, it'd be #1 hit.
How many times do you think she's got fucked while she's watching her own show out of the corner of her eye?
Weekly basis. When is this thing due out, Earl? Do you know?
It's out now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be out soon. But they've been saying soon for about a year now because they need that much time to remix. This is a remix, and a remix, and remix, and remix, and remix.
Remix.
This is more for the club kids. They can play this.
Yeah, they
as she walks into the club.
Yeah, they bury the vocals on all these remixes now.
Well, what can I say? I don't want to sound like the guy complaining about music that isn't of my generation, but it all blows. I'll just put it out there. It all stinks. The pop thing now is just embarrassing. I'd kill to bring back a singing cartoon. Here's Cliff. Cliff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, how you doing?
Buddy.
If you listen to that song, I'm almost embarrassed for knowing this, but if you play that up against Cher's Do You Believe in Love, it's the exact same song.
All right, let's try that, Earl. It's kind of funny. You should try that. Put a mix together for us tonight.
What, more of them together?
Yeah.
Mash
more
them up?
together. Yeah, it's a mash.
No matter how hard I try,
Sonny's dead. Listen to what she's singing through.
She sounds like she's singing through a paint filter.
You wonder why people hate America when you see what we lay on the world. Do you believe in love with love? Do you believe in love after love? Yeah, it's the same fucking song.
You can't tell where one stops and one starts.
One song is like watching a baby get run over. The other one's like seeing a baby get hit with an axe. Same fucking song. All right, well, Paris is definitely the new Cher. You can't take that away from her. The only good thing about some of these people is that we know sooner or later they will die. No matter what happens, they can't live forever.
There'll be another horrible thing in Paris Hilton's life very soon. She's almost like Shannon Doherty with bad news in the newspaper.
The difference is she spins out of it and makes an extra $1 billion every time. Yeah, do not hang your coat on the fact that bad luck will become her, Fez, because she just rolls out of it. The kid's a survivor. That's it for us, everybody. We're going to be back here tomorrow. Let's do it right after O&A tomorrow. What we'll do is when O&A go off, we'll play a couple commercials and then an opening, and then we'll walk in afterwards.
That is the perfect plan. That's what we'll do tomorrow.
Take care.
XM 202.